Good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Tuesday the 21st of June, on the longest day and what certainly feels like the hottest day of the year. It's probably not, but my computer's telling me it is 22 degrees. I think it's lying to me. I'm tired. Terribly very tired. Very well done to Fluid Fernando on winning Only Connect there. Very many thanks to Shapes for providing that pack. And if you enjoyed that, remember you can play Only Connect almost daily at the website that I don't have a tag for, so I'm going to just type it very quickly while riffing over the top. You can play it almost daily. Pack number 5 is available to play right now. Should be another pack coming tomorrow morning. So do go follow that link if you want some more Only Connect, and very many thanks to We Like Shapes for providing that for us this evening. It is Pyramid time. We've got the Pyramid by Apodo Nuevo lined up and ready to go. Before we get into all of that, let me first of all say good evening to Kolo and Shapes and Jers and Garrett, Zeus, DMC, Prugs, Mark, Oni, Fernando, Tadaru, Bad Space King, AB, me, Lewis, now cut that out, MPL Dart, welcome DJ Jonesy T, Innis and Anonyman, Jack and David, Lupine and Zero Fitica, I think that's a new name, welcome to you, Theory of Game BC, Sklipes or possibly Sklips, another new name, welcome to you, great to have you with us, Claire and Nata and Puzzle Dan and David and G. Isons and anyone else who is lurking, lingering and loitering in the stream. It is most gratifying to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining me for what promises to be an action-packed game night. And be quiet outside, dogs. Stop disturbing the peace. Borky dogs. Is it too hot? No, there's no such thing as too hot. It's just I've been in for a lot of today and this room is a billion degrees hotter than anywhere else. So it's Pyramid tonight, followed by some more face-off action, and then wrapping the night up with Google That. Should be a fun evening. Topper, welcome to the stream. And yes, this first pack of the Pyramid, slightly tricky pack, but I think fair. I went through it this afternoon. It is written by Apodo Nuevo, not a first-time writer, but has done quite a few things before. Very solid writer, as we all know and love him. And we're looking forward to seeing this pack tonight. Energia, welcome to the stream. And if you want to play the Pyramid, I'm going to open up this lobby. You need to type in this code. KVDR. KVDR. Claire's cooking steak is noisy. That is cagoule that. No, we don't need cagoules in this weather. Can I once again extend my thanks to everybody who came out on Sunday evening on the Not a Normal Stream Time stream and joined in for the very special Sonic game night. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch if you've won a prize yet. Huds and I are going to sort that out over the next couple of days. Not a cat, welcome to the stream, or possibly over the next week or so. He's off to Glastonbury tomorrow. But I hope you had a good time, and if you came to watch the race afterwards, I can only apologise for my performance. I can only blame so much of it on the booze. I was just generally not very good. I didn't even finish the last game, and the first two. The first one was arguably close, the second one was not so close, and the last one was an embarrassment. Yeah, 2 bottles of Prosecco later. It was didn't really cover myself in glory, but Huds assured me he had a good time, and what a great job he did in the Hive as well. And the money he won has since gone to Bristol Pride, to his Tilted 5 page. Last I checked, he was beyond the 1600 mark. In fact, I think I rounded it up to get to the 1600 total. I was supposed to put 37 in, or 36 in, and I put 39 in, so it brought it to the total. Oh Christ, no idea, G.I. Too many. Far too many, I think, is the safe answer to that question. Anyway, this is the Pyramid. We start another week of Game Night, episode 27 of Season 7. The season rapidly drawing to a close, has to be said. Only got a smattering of weeks left at this point. if I go to that spreadsheet. Yeah, 4 weeks left before this season wraps up. Still not decided exactly how many weeks I'm going to take off before season 8 kicks off. But it is a testament to you wonderful writers out there that there have been earmarked 77 packs for this season, and that's not including things like Spotlight, which obviously has a sort of databasey thing. It does include warm-ups, but this is the 52nd bespoke pack of Game Night that we are playing this evening. So huge testament to you guys with 4 weeks left of the season before I go on a short hiatus. I know I am in Spain for a weekend for a friend's wedding. Really should book some tickets for that. Yeah, it's just all good. So probably be back probably August some point, I suspect, but we'll see what happens. Right, anyone else want to come join the game? I'll give you 30 seconds and then we'll lock it up and I will explain the rules. Working on a second hive pack. Nice. I do like the hive. More hive, please. I say that like it's not me who picks the schedule. It's good Prosecco. Last bottle of Prosecco in the house, so I'm gonna try and make it last. G, some form of G. Right, we're going to lock it up. We've got plenty of players in, 9, 8, 27, 33. Nice. Let's lock it up and let's explain the rules of a message from our sponsor, Claire.
I learned the truth at 17, that love was made for beauty queens.
And is that a fable, Claire? Thank you very much for the 17-month subscription and for your deeply poetic message. I'm very, very grateful. Oh, it's a Janice. Is it Janice Ian from Mean Girls? From Mean Girls? Possibly from Mean Girls. Somewhat casually, I'm cooking fajitas at the same time, so there won't be anywhere near fast. So that's all right, Jack. Casual is all good. Right, we're going to lock it up. Let's explain the rules of the pyramid. So, the 4 fastest players to answer each question earn a slot on the game board. When that row is full, those players then compete for the available slots in the next row. But beware, if you choose to answer and are incorrect, you're prevented from earning or keeping a slot on the row and you are sent to the shadows. Keep playing though, as all players earn points for correct answers, and at the end of each row, the highest scorers will claim any slots that are left vacant by unsuccessful players. Ties are broken on total response time. Players who initially earned a slot but subsequently lost it will not be eligible to earn a vacant slot. The 4 players who reach the top will progress to the final. Long and short of it is, if you get onto the pyramid and you don't know an answer, it's probably best not to guess. If you're reasonably confident, you might want to have a guess, but remember, if you go wrong, you can only get a second chance saloon. You can't get a default position. And if it's the last question of the row, definitely have a guess, because if you don't get on the pyramid, unless you're already on the pyramid, because if you don't get on the pyramid by the end of the row, you're out anyway. That's about the long and short of it. We'll see what happens. I've double and triple checked this pack, because last time we played it, it went in a funny old order. Let's see what happens with a Podo Nuevo's pack tonight. It is a little tricky, but we'll see how you get on. Those are the rules. Let's play the pyramid. As ever, whispering your answers to Persephone's Twitch spot. Keep your eye on the chat, because when the question comes up in chat, the question is live. Good luck to you all. Here's question number 1. Bing, maraschino and rainier are varieties of what stone fruit? And Zero Fitzka, you do need to whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot, because answers typed into the public chat are not processed by the game. So that answer there, unless you manage to get it to the bot subsequently, that answer will not count. Are you in the lobby? I'm not even sure you're in. Are you in the lobby? Oh yes, you are. You're over there. So yeah, make sure you whisper to the bot, otherwise it won't be processed and they'll be deleted. The correct answer was cherry or cherries. Yes, that's what we wanted. They are all types of cherry. Let me bring up my trivia. That's all there is to it. If you gave me cherry, you'll go green. If not, you're going to go red. We've got an avocado, a peach, and a plum, and a cherry. Cherry from Zeus there. That's phonetically plausible. Zeus, you can have that. Peach, avocado, and plum, though, unfortunately, are not the sherry. Yeah, quite. Welcome, Panda. Welcome, Riff. Our animal delegates are here. Welcome to you both. I'm afraid Natter, David, and Prudes is off to the shadows. Keep answering, though, because you could get a second chance saloon. Those points are still very important, and you do get pennies at the end as well. Let's find out who our 4 fastest were, and going on to the spermy tile on the first row of the pyramid. Fastest 4 were... Mark was fastest, Lewis was second, Oni was third, Toot was fourth. Very well done, you 4 are through to the next row, unless of course you give me a wrong answer in the next 3 questions. Moving right along, let's go on to the arm question. Mittagessen is German for which meal? Mittagessen. Clue in the name, maybe. Mitte, middle, maybe. 21 players attempting that. The correct answer was... lunch. Would also have accepted luncheon. It literally means midday meal, so it's what they call lunch. Mittagessen. My German is not quite so good as it used to be. If you gave me lunch or luncheon, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Now, there is at least one luncheon in there that I see there, which I'm going to allow. Breakfast is not the right answer. Nat are already in the shadows, but Colo, I'm afraid you're off to join him. That's a wrong answer. So if you're blue, it means you're already through. If you're green, it means you could get onto this arm tile. The fastest 4 are going to get through, and the fastest 4 are... Zeus was first, AB was second, Fernando was third, and Claire was fourth. Very well done, you are on to the first row. 8 of you now there, nobody losing a slot. 8 spaces left as we move on to the mosaic tile. Take a look at this and read the question carefully. Yes or no, has Lin-Manuel Miranda achieved an EGOT? So it's a coin flip unless you know your musical theatre. Do you want to take a punt? Just 19 players having a go at this one. Remember, if you're in the shadows, you might as well attempt because you can't go back into the shadows. 19 players attempting it. The correct answer was no, he is not. He would have finished his EGOT this year if he won a Best Original Song Oscar for Dos Oruguitas from Encanto, but the honour instead went to Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell for No Time to Die from that Bond film. Oh yeah, No Time to Die. Scorecount, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. If you gave me the answer no, Oruguitas, thank you. Oh, meaning 2 caterpillars, not T-I-L. If you gave me no, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. After giving me an N. Go on, since it was multiple choice, Natural, I'll let you have that. You need some points. You can have that. Not a cat, though, very vehemently going for yes, which unfortunately is not the right answer. Not a cat, I'm afraid. It's off to the shadows. So, quite a few players lit up in green. Potential to get onto the mosaic tile here. Let's see who was fastest. The fastest 4 were... Garrett was first, then Jack, and then Innes, and then NPL Dart. Very well done. You are through to the next row, providing you can keep it. Keep your slot on this last question. Jack getting there despite the fajitas as well. Jack accidentally getting it right. Well played. Right, so the last question of the row. It is the hand tile. If you're in the shadows, definitely have a go. If you're not already through, you might as well attempt this one, because if you do not get a slot on this tile, you are going out anyway. So if you are not already through, you definitely want to try this one out. It's the hand question. Here it is. With some exceptions, American broadcasters east of the Mississippi River have call signs that begin with the letter W, while stations west of the Mississippi begin with what letter? And there's your time up. 28 players attempting this one. Unsurprising to see most people giving this one a go. The correct answer was... K. So call signs in the United States. From what I understood of the source that I got, It's sort of the radio station like KQRS or WNBC, things like that. KACL in Seattle, as Toot's pointing out. East of the Mississippi. You're quite right, school. I think that's how it works. So, if you gave me the letter K, you'll go green. If not, I'm afraid you'll go red. Oh, we got a lot of E's going on here. E by gum, an E from Zeus and Shapes, an X from David, an E from DMC, an E from Topper, a P from Puzzle Dan, a C from MPL Dart, an H from Nat, an E from, is that Bad Space King? I think it's Bad Space King down there. An S, a G, and an E. All of those are incorrect answers, I'm afraid, and if you gave me that, it's off to the shadows with you. Cheerio. Oh, look at this. We have lost 2 people. Zeus and MPL Dart attempting, but getting it wrong and losing their space on the bottom row, which means we're going to have at least, in fact, we're going to have exactly 2 spaces to fill, and they'll go to the highest scoring players. Zeus and MPL Dart will, of course, be exempt from this row. If you're green, though, you've got a chance of getting a place automatically, and let's see who the fastest 4 were. Anonymous was first, Brand New Halo was second, orange avatar that I don't recognise because is orange default avatar. Where are you on the board? Xerophytica over here. Xerophytica getting in third, and Tadaru getting in fourth. Very well played. You are all through to the next row, and you will have first bite of the cherry, so to speak, when we get there. Unfortunately, if you gave me a wrong answer or you are not yet through to the next round, I'm afraid we have to send you off to the shadows. And out you go in the shadows. But of course, do continue answering questions because you could get a second chance saloon, as we are about to see players who are not through. So players in the shadows at the moment, the 2 with the highest scores will get a second chance saloon, and if there is a tie, it will be broken on least amount of time spent answering questions. I do see Riff on a 4, so he's going to be looking to get a second chance saloon. Anyone else could be any number of these 3s that we've got kicking about. Let's find out. Second chance saloons going to Riff taking 1 and David taking the other. Welcome back to the game, and we have our 16. Very nicely done. You're now going to battle it out for the 12 spaces on the next row. If you're not through, if you're in the shadows at the moment, keep answering, because every question on this row is worth 2 points, and so they could really help if you're looking to get a second chance saloon a little bit later on. For now, we're going to go on to the owl question for 2 points. Take a look at this. In the mnemonic device, King Philip came over for good soup. Which taxonomic rank does over represent? So long since I did biology at school. 26 players giving a go at that question. The correct answer was order! Yes, it is order. Or as community puts it, Kevin, please come over for gay sex, indeed. And as Apodo has remarked here, other mnemonic devices are available. £10 says Ben uses the book. Beat you to it, Lewis. Beat you to it. Order! Was the correct answer. So yes, it would be Kingdom, Phylum, I can't remember C, Order, something, Genus, Species. I can't remember what C and F are. Someone's going to have to clue me in. Class, and F is family. Of course it is. There we go. Well, I got 4 out of 6 of them. Or King Philip came over for good. 4 out of 7. That's all. 5 out of 7. That's pretty good. Anyway, if you gave me the answer order, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Verb and Lieutenant are both wrong answers there from DMC and Nat already in the shadows. Worth a punt, though. I'm afraid you have to stay there. So, plenty of right answers, though, up here. 24 players correct in total. The fastest 4 getting onto the owl are... 2 was first, Innes was second, Mark was third, and David was fourth. David riding high on that second chance saloon and straight into the next row, though I imagine he's going to probably want to not lose it, as we did see happen in the last row. Of course, the players who went red for losing their slot on the first row do now have a chance to have a second chance saloon if any slots are available. Let's go on to the next question. It's the fist bump question for 2 points. Take a look. I don't know why you said Lieutenant Natter, or Lieutenant possibly. The songs First Call, To the Colour and Tattoo are traditionally performed on what musical instrument? 21 players giving this a go. Are we going to have some at this point? Let's find out, because the correct answer is the bugle. Trumpet and cornet and horn, Apodo said, could technically be correct answers, but in normal context for which the songs are played, they're only to be used as substitutes if a bugle is not available. And it did say traditionally in very large capital letters, so unfortunately, if you've given me some other brass instrument, other duty instrument, then I'm afraid you'll be going red. But if you did give me bugles, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Oh, that's a lot of red. Trumpet, bagpipes, xylophone, bagpipes, guitar, trumpet, vuvuzela, bagpipes, flute, drum, bagpipes, drum, drums, bagpipes, and bagpipes. All incorrect, I'm afraid. Only one player who was in the light getting that one right, and that's Fernando. The only other two right answers came from Zeus and Giesens, who are already in the shadows. I'm afraid we've got to send a lot of people into the shadows here. And DVD Smith also... I gave you fair warning, David, but David is now denying himself a second opportunity, a second chance saloon. And there's only Fluid Fernando who can get onto the fist bump. Let's put you there now. And only 4 players are through as we come to the leg question. There are already 4 second chance saloons. Could be open to anyone other than David. This is the last question of the row, though, so if you are in the shadows or if you're not already through, you definitely want to at least attempt this question, because you never know, it could get some points to get you back onto the row. Lots of slots to give away. Here is the leg question. Staying because the coward's way out. Which star of Kim's Convenience would go on to play the lead role in a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie? $18 players giving an answer for this one. Well, the correct answer that we wanted was Simu Liu. Bodo has left a self-deprecating note saying he wanted something slightly more interesting than who plays Shang-Chi in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. But this felt like an awkward way of working to it. And Kim's Convenience is really good, by the way. Yes, Simu Liu is who we wanted, and if you gave me that, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. There are a couple of Simu Lius in there, but quite a few not right answers. Reese Witherspoon, what have you said there? I can't even read it. Tadaru has said, third chance saloon, pretty please. RDJ from David, Brie Larson. Kim, not the right answer. Kim Cattrall. Simu Liu is correct from David, but of course he's red already. Godot, Spider-Man, someone called Sue. Pretty close, Puzzle Dan, but not quite right. Quan, Benedict Cumberbatch, Pat Butcher, and Shang-Chi guy. Shang-Chi guy is close, but I'm afraid I can't allow it. It was the actor we were after, so unfortunately, if you gave me anything other than Simu Liu, you're off to the shadows. Oh, look at this. No green light, so no one's getting on the leg tile. What a shame. Big blank space. I need a what a shame button. From, did anyone ever play the game Deus Ex? Dog, what are you barking at? Did anyone ever play the game Deus Ex? There's this line.
What a shame.
I need to get that on my soundboard, because that's objectively hilarious. Right, so if you're not already through, then I'm afraid you've got to go to the shadows. Anonymous, Lewis, and AB me. Cheerio for now. Oof. Only 4 players on the first row are through to the second row. But as Mark is saying, we do need to fill the gaps. Oh, I've got the space button. We do need to fill those gaps. So the 8 highest scoring players who are in the shadows, other than David, who would almost certainly have qualified otherwise, are going to fill the gaps. Let's find out who's coming back in for a second chance saloon. The players are Riff, Zeus, MPL Dar, Anonyman, Brand New Halo, Energia, Jack, and Colo. Welcome back to the game. Sorry, David. My bad. I am ashamed. I'll tell you, to make it up for you, I'll play you a nice jingle.
Ring, 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 ding a ding, ding a ding, ring a ding,
Lighten the mood.
ring a ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, a ding, a ring, 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 ring a ding.
There we go. So we've got our 12 players at the conclusion of row 2. Play me Flying Patrick, that'll make up for it. Maybe later. We are coming up to the third row. Every question now worth 3 points. Remember, even if you're in the shadows, still worth an attempt, because you could get yourself that second chance saloon, as we have seen several times already this game. We're going to go on to the Horned Viper question. 12 players have got advantage and are going to be battling out 4 of them potentially could take a slot here. Here's the Horned Viper question. What surname is associated with the joke format in which a quote is delivered in a manner which is a pun related to the quote itself? For example, there's no water in the desert, Tom said dryly. And a big extra clue for you there in the question if you are a linguistics fan. 16 players attempting it. A lot of players in the shadows giving this a go, not quite so many in the light. Correct answer was Swifty. Swifty. It's a Tom Swifty. The authors of the Tom Swift series of books avoided repetitive use of the unadorned word said, incorporating a pun with the adverb. We must hurry, said Tom swiftly. Became known as a Tom Swifty. Get Swifty, yes. Yes, we did. It was a lot of information to pass in a short amount of time. If you gave me Swifty or some variation thereon, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Punstein, Goodwill, Jones, Slyly, Lathbury. Good thought. Smith, Knock, Wordplay, Mulligan, Cleryhue, and Smith. Unfortunately, those are all wrong answers. We have got 5 correct answers up there, though, which is nice to see. But unfortunately, if you gave me something akin to that, you go into the shadows. And Jack losing his space on the row as he goes into the shadows. We have got 5 correct answers, so one of you is going to be bitterly disappointed. The fastest 4 were... 2 was first, Innes was second, Mark was third, and Anonyman was 4th. NPL Dart, very bad luck there, not quite quick enough, but an almost verbatim performance of the beginning of row 2. We're going to move on to the chick question, and remember, this is the end of the row, so you do still, if you're not through yet, you might as well give me an answer, because if you don't give me anything, you're going to be sent to the shadows if you're not through at the end of this question anyway. For 3 points, here is the chick question. Andrzej Duda is the current president of which European country? "27 players attempting this. Good to see most people giving it a go because it is the end of the row. End of the row, give it a go. Oh, that should have been a thing a year ago. Correct answer was... Poland, the Republic of Poland. Yes, he's the current Polish president. I think I added the word European in there before. It was just Andrzej Duda is the current president of which country. Added a European just to give you an extra bit of help. Let's see if it helped you out. Green if you're right, red if you're not. We got Slovenia, Czechia, Slovakia, Switzerland, Montenegro, Hungary, Italy, Finland, Czechia, Latvia, Romania, Mexico, and Sweden. Mexico's not on Europe. Good attempts all, but unfortunately Poland is the only answer we can accept, and if you gave me anything else, you go into the shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, again, we've got 5, and again, NPL Dart is one of those 5. Is NPL Dart going to be denied as the 5th of 5 players to answer a second time in a row? It's between Zeus, Riff, NPL, Energy, and Fluid. Fernando, one of you is going to be very upset. Who were the fastest 4? Energia was fastest, NPL Dart was second, Zeus was third, and Fernando was 4th. NPL avoiding the... for a second time, but unfortunately it is Riff who is going to be adorned with pain after this one, and Colo as well, who didn't give me an answer for that one. Unfortunately, it's the end of the row. You've not got a slot, and so we have to send you to the shadows. You're not very upset. That's good to hear, Riff. That's good to hear. And we have no second chance saloons available this time, unfortunately. So we are going to go straight to the 4th row, the reed question. No, it's not a reed, it's a stick. The walking stick question. The reeds are feathers, aren't they? 8 of you have got advantage. So again, everyone might as well attempt this question. Every single player in the game. There is no reason to abstain from this question at all, because if you are in line to get onto that tile and you don't give an answer, you're in the shadows anyway. If you're in the shadows, could be your last chance before the final to get some points and get back in. Good luck. Question number 10, the Kane question. Here it is. Not counting Alan Davis or Stephen Fry, I will add, which comedian has been a panellist on the most episodes of QI? A panellist, not hosts. So not including Stephen Fry or Sandy Toksvig either. Not counting Alan Davis. Which comedian has been a panellist on the most episodes of QI? 27 players have attempted that one. One or the other. Which way did you go? This did come up in the Abyss a few weeks ago. A similar question from Apodo, where the second highest count was a BB, and it was Bill Bailey. Many QI questions on here. I've forgotten. The correct answer is... yes, Phil Jupitus has been on 45. Bill Bailey's been on 44. So Phil winning by 1. If you gave me Phil Jupitus, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Oh, we got Phil Davis, a Bill Bailey, Ant, Bill Bailey, Bailey, Bill Bailey, Norton, Togsvig, Bailey, Mitchell, Bill Bailey, Joe Biden. Good guesses, Eddie, I suppose. If you gave me anything other than Phil Jupitus, I'm afraid you need to go to the shadows. Oh, 3, 4, 5, losing 5 players from the row. Only Fernando and Innes are remain who were there from the beginning. Zeus is also there joining in row 2, though didn't give an answer, so we'll be going to the shadows after this question. But there are some second chance slots because only 2 have gotten through. Fernando and Inca. Who was fastest? Inca was fastest, Fernando was second. And that's all she wrote. So, Zeus, I'm afraid you're the last player standing, but you haven't got a slot on the row. You've got to go to the shadows. But we have got 2 vacant slots here. Riff on 15. Jack's got 12. Lewis 11. NPL Dart 13. 2 on 11. Prudes on 11. Who's going to take these slots? Let's find out. Second chance saloons are going to... Riff and NPL Dart, welcome back to the game. You are our final 4, along with Inca and Fluid Fernando. Inca, Fernando, Riff, and NPL Dart. Very well done. You have ascended to the top of the front of the pyramid. But we have got another round to go. The final 3 more questions await you, and the same rules are going to apply. So if you're in the shadows, every question is worth 5 points. This is the toughest pyramid I've played. Yeah, there's some tough ones. We get some tough ones from time to time, which is always bit of a nice change of pace, I think, because you get some easy ones, get some tough ones. Good to mix things up from time to time. But Innes doing very well here with 16 points, which is very nice to see. Remember, if you're in the shadows, you do still have a chance to get back into the game, because there's 5 points for every question. Let's go to the final now. Let's rotate the pyramid. Yay, Trash Panda. So, Riff, Inca, NPL Dart, and Fluid Fernando, here you are at the base of the pyramid. The same rules apply, except every row is now a single question, and each tile, as you can see, will contain an entire avatar rather than 4. So we'll start with the asp and the bowl and the 2 reeds. 3 slots available, 4 of you here with advantage, but if any second chance saloons become available, they'll go to the highest point scorers, which could very well end up being Innes, Riff, or NPL Dart, or Fernando if they go out. It depends how many other people get them right. We will have to see. Best of luck to you all. Here is the first question of the final for 5 points. What was the first Pixar film not to feature John Ratzenberger in a voiced role? That's Hieroglyph Wang. "28 players giving this one a go." Tricky one. He's been in a lot of them. The first one where he didn't have a voice role was... he was not in Soul, David. If that's what you said, good answer. The film's director hinted that he makes a cameo in the film, but only as a background character animated in his likeness. It's the first one that doesn't feature his voice. David Soul. Indeed so. Soul was the answer, and if you gave me Soul, you'll go green. If not, I'm afraid for you, you're going to go red. Wow! A semi-sausage question. We've only got Toot and Not a Cat in the shadows, and NPL Dart getting it right in the main game. Cars Up, Cars, Despicable Me, don't think that's Pixar. Inside Out, A Bug's Life, Ants, Onwards, Up, Cars, Finding Nemo, Cars, Luca, Turning Red, Up, Toy Story, Planes, Ratatouille, Inside Out, Toy Story, Cars 2, Up, and Ratatouille. All incorrect. David King of the Shadows. All incorrect, I'm afraid. You need to go to the shadows. So, only NPL Dart getting it right. Claim your space on the next row, NPL Dart. And I'm afraid we need to remove Riff, Innes, and Fernando from the game. You didn't get onto that row. I'm afraid you need to go to the shadows. But you stay on the pyramid, apparently, because I don't clear your avatars on this. But we have got 2 blank spaces. 2 highest scorers will get a second chance saloon. Let's find out who they are. In is out one door and back in another. He didn't get in, but he had enough points saved up from the opening round to get back in, and Toot right behind, also on 16 there. This is why a high score in the early game can be very, very helpful, because even there, Innes getting a question wrong did manage to get back in on a second chance saloon. Well played. It is now NPL Dart, Inca, and Toot playing it out for the second final question. It's the Lion and the one read question. Good luck. Take a look at this. I've got a question right as row 2 of the first game. What is the SI unit of illumination, defined as 1 lumen evenly distributed over an area of 1 square meter? "26 players attempting this question, and I'm hoping you gave me the correct answer. Lux, from Pixar to Illumination. Indeed, Lux was the correct answer. And if you gave me that, you'll go green. If not, you're going to go red. Candela. Lumen is close, but not close enough. Candela. Luminesque. Candela. 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 Lights in it. Candela. Candela. 15. Candela. 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 And Candela. I'm just going to have a look at what Candela means, because a lot of people saying Candela. Base unit of luminous intensity, and the question wanted the SI unit of illumination, which, just gonna look it up. Look, in fact, search is related. Lux versus Candela. The Lux is the International System of Units for Luminous Emittance, and the Candela is the International System of Units for Luminous Intensity, and it's also a base unit not derived. I thought Candela was off of Pokemon. Yeah, so they are similar, but unfortunately not the same. So if you gave me Candela or Lumen, I would just double check Lumen, actually. I don't think it's a base unit, though. Lumen to Lux, unit of luminous flux. SI derived unit of luminous flux, measure of the total quantity of visible light emitted by a source per unit of time. So no, that is not the same as a Lux. Oh yeah, Lumen was in the question as well. Very nice. Unfortunately, if you gave me a wrong answer, it's off to the shadows. And it's just Innes with the correct answer this time. Innes, take your spot on the Lion. And it means we do need to eliminate Toot and NPL Dart. They've already been eliminated with the wrong answer, but I've got to press the button to make the noise anyway. And there is another space that has become available. Is it going to be Riff who's going to muscle back in for the last question? Let's find out. It is indeed a Riff Raccoon. Welcome back to the game. Now battling it out for the Eagle question at the top. Now, this is where it gets very, very interesting, because at this point, Innes and Riff have got the advantage, but if both of them get this question wrong, then the game will be won by the player with the highest score. Now, at the moment, that is Innes. However, if Innes and Riff both get it wrong, then any player who has got 16 or more could potentially steal the victory. So we're looking here at Lewis, who could potentially, get 21. NPL Dart could potentially get up to 23. Toot could get up to 21. Fernando could get up to 22. So we could have a dramatic upset finish. King of the Shadows and the Pyramid, possibly David. 12 probably won't be enough to win it, though, is all I'm going to say. Innes, I think, who has been here since the beginning, I think went out in row 1 but came back on row 2. And also went out on row 1 here and came back on row 2. Can he get all the way to the top? Can Riff steal it away from him? Or will it be someone from the shadows? Good luck to you all. Here is the final question of the game. Oh, it's a big question. On June 4th, the Whipsnakes and the Chaos kicked off their league season despite missing many players who were still playing for the Buffalo Bandits and the Colorado Mammoth in the finals of another league. What sport are they all playing? Lot to process on that question. Good to see we still got 25 players managing to get an answer in. That's number one. Definitely should have given you some. I was going to give you some forewarning that that one was a long question. Let's see. The correct answer was lacrosse, or box lacrosse. Sorry, 3 and knuckles. Lacrosse or some variant thereof. If you gave me lacrosse, you'll go green. Can't even spell my joke answer correctly. If not, I'm afraid you'll go red. Lupine's given us lacrosse, NPL Dart's given us lacrosse, and everyone else has gone red. Ice hockey, cricket, rugby, baseball, cricket, arena football, marbles, roller derby, banfi, softball, shinto, ice hockey, shuffleboard, cricket, esports, marbles, baseball, baseball, whatever Bad Space King has said. I don't know American handball, basketball, ice hockey, and tiddlywinks. All wrong answers. I'm afraid you need to go to the shadows. Which means nobody can claim the eagle. Innis and Riff are denied the top of the pyramid, both getting it wrong, but some players did. So it is going to be the highest player who is going to steal the top of the pyramid, and that player is, after you've gone to the shadows and played the noise, it's MPL Dart, out of nowhere. Not quite out of nowhere, because you were all there on the back row, MPL Dart, I have to say. But losing it on the penultimate row of the final, but managing to steal the victory. You have ascended to glory. Very well played with 23 points. MPL Dart, congratulations. You have scaled the pyramid. Whew. That's how that game should be played. Half an hour in and out. Quick fire, quick fire. Out of nowhere, MPL Dart scaling the pyramid. Is that your first victory in the pyramid, MPL Dart? Shall we take a look at the leaderboard? It looks as though it is MPL Dart with their first victory of the pyramid. And, oh, why is that doing that? Apparently that's bugged out. I need to fix that. Oh, no, it fixes. Not your first medal. A few medals. You've got a Hive Gold. Oh, you do get medals for the Hive. Red Herring's bronze, a Data Elite bronze, a Google that silver, and now one where there's only one medal. It's the Pyramid and MPL Dart. That medal is all yours and will be added to your medal cabinet. Very, very, very many congratulations to you. Yeah, a default victory indeed. But they all count. They all count. Very well played, MPL Dart. And thank you very much to Apodo for that question pack. Medals isn't a command mark. That's not a thing. You'll need to go and look at the leaderboard at persephoneschair.com/pennies. persephoneschair.com/pennies. https:// there you go. Although apparently I think there's a bug in it at the moment. There must be a player with zero pennies, which probably happened on Sunday's stream, so I need to dig that out and fix it because it breaks the build if that happens, because I'm a bad programmer, as has been established. Right, that's the end of the first game. We are going to play some face-off next. Day 4 of the face-off heats continue, and we've got a very exciting match to look forward to. We have got Claire versus Benz J versus Nonaman versus Topper to look forward to. More face-off action, so go grab your popcorn and another drink if you need one. And Zephyr, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. So another 4 players into face-off, and then, of course, even more max multiplayer carnage later on as we take on Oni's Google That Pack. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great night. Go grab yourselves a drink. We'll have a very short break, and then we'll be back with face-off. Congrats again to MPL Dart. You have scaled the pyramid. And don't go away, because right after this very short ad break, we will have some more face-off action. Always good value, and we've got 4 great contestants lined up. So stay right there, don't touch that dial, grab your bonus, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to part 2 of this evening's game night, where it is face-off time, and day 4 continues to rattle on by. This is the third heat of day 4, third of 4 heats, and yeah, it's making some very interesting viewing. Our statistician Panda is, I'm sure, going to be furnishing us with remarkable potentials and details come the end of this day. The fourth heat, incidentally, takes place this Thursday at around 8 o'clock p.m. BST. So that will give us a real indication of where players stand and what the potential outcomes might be. And I'm sure Panda's very much looking forward to crunching all the numbers and figuring it all out. For now, we'll have to do some speculation ourselves. Let's just take a look at the board where it stands as of the end of the last heat. Derek currently leading and Mark currently in second, 12 and 10 points respectively. Notably, Colo also has 10 points, currently tied with Mark, but they haven't yet met. So at the moment, Mark on his number of wins, that is the tiebreak that wins it, and additionally Mark has got that game in hand. Derek also with the game in hand, the only player so far to be undefeated. There are 2 more heats to go through. His next one will be on Thursday. Looking a little further down the table, we've got 3 players here on 9, Mark, David and Inca. Mark with the game in hand again, that match due to take place on Thursday. David and Inca have met, and I can't remember what the outcome was, but I have a feeling that's correct, or no, that's not correct. Inca's on top. Inca is ahead of David, I think, because Inca beat David in the final. That happened on just the other week. Yes, Inca beat David on Saturday, so Inca actually technically ahead. This leaderboard does not accommodate for that because there was too many variables to consider, so you just have to take my word for it. Have to be home by Thursday to play here. Yeah, I think so. That's what the schedule says. All the schedule's in the Discord, either way. So, yeah. Zeus there in 7th with 8. Zeus having a sort of a tournament of 2 halves. He's either won or he's come last. So 2 4s and 2 0s so far, but 8 points puts him in that position. Arun and Samster both on 6, and I think Arun finished ahead of Samster in there. That was a pre-record that went out on last Thursday. Claire and Jack and Benji are all on 4. Claire playing this evening, hoping to extend a little further into the qualification bracket. There's incidentally is where the qualifiers would currently break down. And who else have we got tonight? Anonymous and Topper and Benzi. Benzi also on 4 points. So again, similar position to Claire, and that will be determined this evening one way or another who is ahead, although they obviously won't have the same points at the end of this heat. Liam, Anonymous and Ralph all on 2, Topper on 1. But with all of these players down in the sort of bottom 3, Anonymous, Ralph and Topper, all with a game in hand, that could still make some very wild differences in the scores because of how the scoring in this game works. So it's all very, very interesting. That's where things stand just as of right now, but we need to have another match and change those scores some more. So let's meet our 4 face-off competitors tonight. We have Claire, our 34-year-old deployment manager from Surrey. We have Benzi, our 23-year-old online content creator from upstate New York. We have Anonymous, our 28-year-old activist and political campaigner from Hertfordshire. And we have Topper, our 28-year-old programmer from Reading. To all 4 of you, good evening and welcome.
Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Lovely to have you all here once again. I hope you're surviving the heat. First of all, Claire, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I saw you tweetering out at the weekend. Were you on a stag do?
I was on a stag do. My first ever. Or my first ever anything like that. But yeah.
How'd you find it?
Oh, it was good fun. Yeah, wicked. I mean, so we did all the things I like to do. So we went to an arcade and I played loads of pinball.
Nice.
Drank loads of beer. Yeah, it was great fun.
Good stuff. Now, Panda has very kindly furnished me with a load of stats that I can see just off the cuff here. Pretty solid performance so far. A 2 point, and then it sort of went awry on the last heat with no points there. So a 2 and a 2 and a 0. But 2 finals out of 3 is pretty good. I mean, was that last one a blip, or
I was exhausted that day. Right. I do remember that. So I think I was pretty happy just to not have to answer any more questions.
I'm gonna go to sleep. Please stop asking me questions. I want to go to bed. I think we can all relate to that. But still, generally solid performance. 2 finals, which should bode well coming in. We'll see how you get on. Very best of luck tonight, Claire.
Thanks.
And facing off against Claire is Benzie. Benzie, hello.
Hello, Ben.
How are you keeping?
I've been doing pretty alright.
Good stuff, good stuff. Now, so upstate New York, because I've read, that's the fourth or fifth time I've read upstate New York now. What is the difference between upstate and sort of regular or downstate?
Well, downstate is basically... There's actually not an official definition for it, but generally upstate is the majority of the shape of the state of New York, basically.
So the
sort
thing...
of outside of like New York City and the relatively immediate metro and not Long Island, just everything north of that, basically.
So north of the Statue of Liberty.
Kind of.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Benzie, it's been reasonably consistent along the marks. You're actually the only player in this heat who hasn't come fourth. Actually, you've 2 points on day 1 and then 1 point each on day 2 and 3. So a relative degree of consistency across here. You've taken points from every heat so far. How are you feeling coming into this one? Are you happy with how you've played so far?
I'm happy with how I've been doing so far, because I have been doing a little bit better. I feel like I've been a little bit more competitive, especially with last week, or not last week, but last time I was here. But it is definitely time to step it up, because it is now the business end of the competition, really. Hopefully I can bring something.
Well, let's see what you can do. The very best of luck to you tonight, Benzie.
Thank you.
And facing off against Claire and Benzie is Anonyman. Anonyman, good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
Great to have you back with us. How's things going up in Hertfordshire? Have you got some weather, or is it raining where you are?
We do indeed have some weather. Unfortunately, the weather is quite hot, which is not what I'm looking for in weather, really. Warm is fine. Hot, no. Get that out of here.
I'm all over the heat. It's glorious, but it is. At the moment, I'm wearing probably not the best T-shirt for the heat at the moment, but it's yeah. Well, it'll add some IRL pressure, some heat to this heat. The things I do with words. Now, Anonymous, 2 points so far in the tournament. Couple of tricky starts, no points in. Although I'm being told that may or may not be in heat order, but no points from a couple of your early heats, but you did get to one of the finals and picked up 2 points. Let's just have a quick look at that. Who was that against? That hang on, no, that's not right. There's a 1 point. That's not right.
I thought I had 2 1s and a 0.
Panda may have furnished me with incorrect information. So let's just look at this again. Let me look at the table. Anonymous, 1 point there on heat number 6, 1 point there in heat number 2, and where are you down here? And then none on the other. So yeah, a 1-1-1-1-0 is.
I'd been pretty consistent the first 2 heats, and then just the last one, the past spiral from hell got me. Just super bad run of questions, and hopefully I'm not going to repeat that again. I may well end up repeating that again, but I'll do my best not to.
Yeah, so I was just looking at that last heat against David, Colo and Mark, and say they are some of the upper echelons in the left hand side of the bracket of the league table at the moment. So we'll see how the questions fall for you this evening. The very best of luck to you.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone.
Facing off against Claire, Benzie and Anonyman is Topper. Hello.
Hi, Ben.
How are you doing, mate? Oh, that's my line, but I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing good as well.
Good stuff. How was the weekend? Because you were up with family this weekend, weren't you?
Oh, family and friends. Went to Alton Towers.
Oh, Pog. Love Alton Towers.
It was a poggy day.
Did you go on Nemesis?
Oh, yeah.
Did you just go on it once?
No, I went on it 3 times. No, 2 or 3 times. 21 rides in total throughout the day. That
is pretty impressive. And what was that, an 8-hour day, 7-hour day? So that's 1 ride every
6 hours.
3, blindly. So 4 rides an hour, give or take.
Yeah.
Just under. I mean, that's.
I was completely well out of it after that day.
3.5 rides an hour. No more adrenaline can I take. Well, I was glad that you had a good time, and it's yeah, it's always good to do things like that, especially after the last couple of years and so on.
Yes.
Now, RE tournament. Tricky start. We did get our first point in the last one, but a couple of fourth places, and then managing to eke out a point in your last heat against Zeus Shapes and it's Sotley, who went out first. How are you feeling coming in here? Because obviously this is the time where actually you've got to bring it, or it could be an early bath.
Yeah, I probably should take this one seriously, but I can see to my left there is a donut which I'm looking forward to eating when I get eliminated. So I won't be taking this too seriously because I want to eat that.
You know, you could have it as a victory prize if you win as well. You could just change it for that.
I could do, but tasty.
Well, the very best of luck to you and your donut tonight, Topper, in this day 4 heat. And good luck to all 4 of our face-off competitors. Hope you're ready to play. Let's go to the face-off arena. Alright, I'm just going to pop myself back into the right room. I'm just going to make sure that notifications are switched off, which I thought I'd done before, but I didn't, and now I have. So, for those of you who just want a refresher of the rules, or perhaps for those of you who haven't seen the game before, each of our 4 contestants has got 60 seconds on their clock. They'll be asked a question. If they get it right, the clock stops and it moves on to the next player and goes around in a cycle. If they get it wrong, they get another question, and they keep answering questions either until they get one right or their clock runs out. When the clock runs out, they are eliminated from the game, and then we rinse and repeat with 3 players in 90 seconds and then 2 players in 120 seconds. No points if you're out first, 1 point for third, 2 points for second, and 4 points for the winner. It's Sotley, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Yes, because of the structure of the tournament, everybody gets a chance to start on every colour once, and then the 5th day, which we've actually already had because of scheduling stuffs, it's chosen at random. So, Claire is on the blue podium, Benzie on green, and Nonoman red, Topper on yellow. It does mean, Claire, you are going to be answering questions first. The very best of luck to all 4 of you. I need to go to the right game profile so I can press the buttons. Good luck, and Claire, your time starts now. Claire, in the Falklands conflict, the fleet that set sail on the 5th of April 1982 was known as... Correct. Benzie, which 4-letter word means to both to lash and also to sell?
Hawk.
Flog. Which musical does Forward Film Review summarise as Super Mario Brothers?
Pass.
7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Which Oscar-winning actor apologised to a TV executive after an abusive confrontation at Russell Crowe? The carambola fruit is known more commonly by which name? The star fruit. Which 20th century British Prime Minister had the middle name Hilda?
Thatcher.
Correct. Anonoman, what eye is a mixture of resins and gums that is burned
Incense.
Correct. Topper, in a standard automatic car, which foot pedal is to the right from the driver's perspective? Yes, the gas pedal. Claire, what was the title of the book by Dave Sobel about the English clockmaker John Harris? Longitude. What type of leaf features on the flag of Canada?
Maple.
I'll accept maple leaf. Yes, Benzie. Highway 61 Revisited was a 1965 album by which Bob Dylan. In the children's TV programme Rainbow, what colour was George the Hippo?
Purple.
Now he's pink. Who wrote the play The History Boys?
Pass.
Alan Bennett. What T is the ownership of a property for a fixed holiday period each
year?
Timeshare. Correct. Anonoman, confusion caused by an inability to reconcile different elements in one's personality is known as what sort of crisis?
Pass.
It's an identity crisis. How many hours are there in total in one solar
24.
day? Correct. Topper, It's Morbin Time is a meme associated with which 2022 Marvel film? It's Mobius. Who had a 1980 hit with Woman in Love?
No, pass.
Barbara Streisand. The town of Maidenhead in Berkshire stands on which river?
Thames?
Yes. Claire, what do members of the House of Commons refer to when they say the other place?
House of Lords.
Yes. Benzie, the 1948 musical starring Fred Astaire and Judy Garland is called Easter Parade. Crystal Palace Football Club is based in which English city?
London.
Correct. Anonoman, which ancient Greek philosopher wrote The Republic?
Plato.
Correct. Topper, in the nursery rhyme, which little girl lost her pocket?
Sprocket?
One more time?
Sprocket.
No, Lucy Lockett. Which word for a military uniform worn on ceremonial occasions also means the same all over?
Uniform?
Correct. Claire, which Scottish word means a lake or narrow inlet of water?
Loch.
Correct. Benzie, Craig David had a year 2000 UK #1 single with the song 7 What? Days. What S is a name given in chemistry to a mixture of liquid with a substance dissolved in it?
Solution.
It is solution, but I'm afraid you are just out of time there. Oh. Rotten
Once
spiral.
that spiral hit, I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it just took a minute just to get the gas going on that one, and it's an early exit. Unfortunately, Benzie, it is not going to be any points this time around. But you have got one more heat to look forward to. Day number 5 still to come, and we'll have to wait and see what that brings. But for now, I'm afraid it is goodbye.
Thank you very much.
So, Claire, Anonymous, and Topper go on to the next round. They will be reordered according to the amount of time that they have left. So, Topper will go to the left, Claire in the middle, Anonymous on the right. Let's go to round number 2. So, Topper, not too much drama there. Lucy Lockett, not Sprocket. I did need a repeat because I only heard the end, and I would have needed both names for that. I couldn't have just accepted Lockett, so I thought I'd get a repeat.
That's fair.
But not too much drama. Sailing through, another point on the board at least.
Yay, points.
Points are always good, and it does mean you have to deprive your donut of its eating for another few minutes at least.
Oh, I'm not a winner, really. I want that donut. It's within arm's reach.
It'll still be there, don't you worry. Although I don't want to hear you coming to the microphone going with a mouthful of donut. That would not be any good for your microphone. Very well done. You are through to round 2, 90 seconds back on your clock. Claire, you're also through.
Woo!
I loved your pronunciation of loch there. So I wanted to make absolutely sure there was no ambiguity over what was being implied with that word.
Lots of phlegm.
Lots of phlegm.
Lots of phlegm.
Wonderful. Yeah, you're sailing through so far. Just a couple of tricky ones in there, but nothing too dramatic. 90 seconds back on the clock and through into round 2. Anonymous, onto the right-hand side. Good position to be.
I don't know what I'm doing over here. This is very strange.
You had the most time left, is what you're doing over there, by quite some way, actually. It was a good 8 or 9 seconds, I think, between you and Claire there. So, yeah, solid performance through to round 2. Pole position coming into the round. We'll see if we can get you some more points. 1 point now guaranteed for everybody here. But we'll see what happens as the round progresses. Topper, you have the least amount of time left on your clock at the end of round 1, so you are on the left-hand side. And you're going to be answering questions first. I'm going to be asking questions first. You're going to be answering questions first. Best of luck to all 3 of you. And Topper, your time starts now. Topper, what name is given to the method of colouring a picture that has sections numbered according to the
numbers?
One more time.
Colour by numbers.
Acceptable, yes. Claire, which freshwater lake in Northern Ireland is the largest in the British Isles? Loch Ness. Which skiing event traditionally takes place on a slope of 90 or 120 metres?
Ski jump.
Correct. Anonymous, dendrology is the study of what... Correct. Topper, in which North African country did the FLD fight for independence from France? Again?
Egypt.
Algeria. The osprey is a bird of prey which usually eats what type of creatures?
Worms.
Fish. Which 2006 film starred Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale as feuding magicians?
Pass.
It's The Prestige, in which in 1986 River Phoenix film shares its title with a Stand By Me. The title of a Shakespeare play is The Merry Wives of where?
Windsor.
Yes. Claire, in football, what S is the name for a roving player who plays as the last line of
Striker.
defence?
Oh no.
Sweeper. Which Hungarian airport has the abbreviated code BUD?
Budapest.
Budapest is right. Anonymous, which auto manufacturer has made models of car including the Panda, Punto and Uno?
Fiat.
Yes. Topper, the mitral and aortic valves regulate blood flow in which body organ?
Heart.
Yes. Claire, what is the shape of the faces of an octahedron?
Pass.
It's the triangle. Which British coin can go before cross, wart and royal to give the names of 3 plants?
Penny.
Yes. Anonymous, which Mediterranean island was invaded in 1943 in a mission codenamed Operation Husky?
Crete.
Sicily. Equivalent to 1 joule per second, what is the SI unit of power?
Watt.
Yes, watt is right. Topper, the 2 moons of Mars are Deimos and what?
Pass.
One more time.
Pass.
I can't hear
Why
you.
am I working? Is my mic not working?
I'm missing the very beginning of what you're saying.
That's new. That's never happened before, is it?
Yeah, and I wasn't quite sure if you were saying the second syllable of that word or if you were saying pass, which is why I've gone for a stop there.
Well, saying pass.
You were saying pass. All right, then we will continue the game. The answer is phobos. But yes, if you're saying pass, if you want to have a just double check. And yes, I'm very aware I said feces instead of faces. I don't know if I was expecting the shape of wombat feces or something, which is cubicular. Watch that be the next question now. But yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, Claire, for losing some time for you there and making everybody corpse. Another reason to have an emergency stop. David, welcome to the stream. Topper, how are we doing?
Well, my settings are the same as they usually are.
All right, we'll stick with it and we'll see how we get on. Question is still going to be with you, and your time is going to continue in 3, 2, 1. Isidore Itzkovitz was the birth name of which volleyball star? Eddie Cantor. In cricket, what D is the county that plays home matches at the Riverside ground?
Durham?
Correct. Claire, a clover leaf is usually made up of how many small leaves?
3.
Yes. Anonoman, what L is the name of a machine for turning wood, plastic, and metal? Correct. Topper, how many UK general elections did John Major fight as leader of the Conservative?
3.
No, just 2. I Think We're Alone Now was the biggest hit for which woman with the surname Dorwish?
Pass.
Tiffany. Which surname is shared by Annie Hor's Diane and the silent film star Buster?
Heaton.
Correct. Claire, in the mobile phone acronym WAP, the letter W stands for which? No, it's wireless. Which British monarch succeeded George V?
George VI.
No, Edward VIII. On which specific part of the body is an emery board commonly
Nails.
used? Nails is right. Anonoman, in which English county are the towns of Grantham, Spalding and Boston?
Leicestershire?
Lincolnshire. Tsai Ing-wen was the first female president of where? Taiwan is right. Topper, Ananas comossus is the botanical name for the plant that produces... Correct. Claire, the French term saute means what? I'll accept that, yes. Anonoman, Mojo Jojo is a villain most associated with...
Powerpuff Girls.
Correct. Topper, who wrote the play Three Sisters?
Pass.
Anton Chekhov. What word means to cry loudly or a layer of insulating fat in marine mammals?
Skin.
No, blubber. What is the only European country to have one vowel in its name?
Oh, God. Sweden.
Cyprus. Sweden's got 2. 2 E's.
I'm not going to debate that. Okay.
Only in case I forget, feces of an octahedron has got to be the raid message tonight. That would have won a buzz-off title back when. Topper. Mic troubles notwithstanding there, it is unfortunately a defeat in that round. Italy's got 2, David. I and A. Cyprus is the only one with 1. It's got a U, and the other vowel sound comes from a Y, which is not a vowel. 2 points, yes. Topper. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on mic-wise. I'm just missing the beginning, so I don't know if your noise gate is maybe a little bit too high. We can maybe have a look at that in the week at some point. But yeah, I was just missing the beginnings of some words there.
Okay.
But
I'll look into that.
Have a look into it. I can come do a test with you at some point if you like. That'd be handy. But for now, I'm afraid that is going to be an end. But on the plus side, you can go and have your donut now.
Yay!
Together with your donut at last.
Nom 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 nom.
Topper, I will see you in day 5. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
So Claire and Anonoman going to the final. Podium positions will stay the same. Claire on the left, Anonoman on the right. Let's go to the final round now. So Claire, feces of an octahedron notwithstanding. A fairly solid round. I knew it said faces, but I thought, no, that must be a typo. This question's about poo. And it's like my monkey brain just sort of said, no, you gotta say feces, Ben.
I don't think it delayed me. I just couldn't work out what the question was asking me because maths.
Is it because the host? It doesn't matter. Is it because the host asked what the feces of octahedron was?
Oh no, I was ignoring you. Don't worry about
it. Yeah, just that one that it took me a minute to get to. The French term sauté means what? The answer.
Sauté. Yeah.
Sauté, yeah. I mean, it says accept jump. I've actually got fried down, but it did say accept jump. So
you sauté your potatoes, whatever, sauté in butter or whatever in the pan, and it's literally a sauté is a jump. You have it in ballet as well.
Well, you are our French expert. It has to be said. I mean, yes. and we'll leave it at that.
I'm not. I'm just the one that's talking to you now.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it was down as acceptable, but it just took me a minute just to parse that. But you are through to the final.
Lewis has just reminded me the fake answer that was given, which was "Oh bah dis donc," which is I had to say it out loud to you. "Oh bah dis donc." Do you remember it was the fake answer for the French president? I can't. Which game was it?
Was it Buzz Off? It sounds like something that would come up in Buzz Off.
There you go.
That
was it. It was very funny. On Moneybags, that was it.
Moneybags, okay.
Yeah, it was so funny. But
So
yeah,
you
so that
said-
means, oh, for goodness sake, or something. I can't remember.
To be honest, if you hadn't told me that, I'll believe that was the name of a French president. I truly would.
Yeah.
Well, very well done, Claire. You are through to another final. So it's your third of four, or third final off of 4 heats. Let's see if we can get you a win from it. Very best of luck to you. And Anonyman.
Hello, once again.
Once
I'm
again?
on the right. Very confused.
How are you doing? I mean, it's your second final. Second final
No,
here.
it isn't.
Is it not? Am I looking at the wrong stats again?
We discussed this.
Oh yes, we discussed it. The stats were wrong.
You've
Yeah.
given
Oh yeah, you're 1-1-0. Yeah.
questionable stats.
It's your first final, and you've got the advantages of going second here. How are you feeling?
I think I got pretty lucky on the draw with the questions last round, especially because no one asked me what the feces of an octahedron were, because I would have broken down laughing and had to immediately pass it.
Yes. Indeed.
Also, playing at a disadvantage because I have run out of water, so
If
it's
you
going
wanna
to be
ra-
even hotter than before.
if you wanna
Just
race and get some
will I
very-
be able to make it through the round before my brain overheats?
If you want to race and get some very quickly, it is very warm. I wouldn't want you to overheat or get heat exhaustion. I think it's very important to stay hydrated. If you do want to nip and get some water, we can hang fire for 30 seconds.
I'll be fine.
You sure?
Fine. Yep, yeah, I'm good.
Well, there's a maximum of 4 minutes plus potential post-interview, so 6 minutes max, and then I'll let you go get a drink. I mean, I'll let you go now if you want, but best of luck, Anonymous. First final for you. Neither of these players have actually won a final in any of the heats yet, so we wish them both the very, very best of luck. I think it's going to be a good one. I'll keep feces out of the question unless it actually says it. Good luck, Claire. You're going to be answering questions first. And Claire, your time starts now. Claire, in which Asian country did the holistic healing regime Reiki
India.
originate? No, Japan. What G is defined as including hares, pheasants, partridges, and
Game.
grouse? Correct. Anonyman, Ariel and Miranda appear in which Shakespeare play?
The Tempest?
Yes. Claire, in Jewish customs, at what age does a boy traditionally
13.
celebrate? Correct. Anonyman, Nurofen is another name for which anti-inflammatory drug?
Not paracetamol, is it?
No, it's ibuprofen. What is the first name of US President George W. Bush's wife?
Laura?
Correct. Claire, Cm is a chemical symbol for which element?
Cesium.
No, curium. In which sport are Sir Michael Stote and Martin Pipe famous trainers?
Horse racing.
Correct. Anonyman, rust is an hydrated oxide of which
Iron.
metallic... Correct. Claire, which controversial US rock star released a cover of Tainted Love in 2002?
Marilyn Manson.
Correct. Anonyman, in linguistics, the common phrase for a simplified shared language is a lingua
Rinker.
what? Correct. Claire, Bo Peep, Slinky Dog, and Mr. Potato Head are all characters from which 1995
Toy
comedy-
Story.
Correct. Anonyman, what part of the licorice plant provides the sweet sticky substance used for
Root?
sweets of... Correct. Claire, what was John Wayne's final film?
Pass.
The Shootist. Bronchitis is an infection that affects which
Lungs.
organs? Correct. Anonyman, Harrisburg is the capital of which US state?
Virginia?
No, Pennsylvania. In bookkeeping, what L is the principal book of
Ledger.
accounts? Correct. Claire, what M can be bought as skimmed, condensed, or evaporated? Correct. Anonyman, the Admiralty, formerly administered which branch of the
The
British
Navy.
Armed Forces? Correct. Claire, what was the name of the Ravel ballet music used by Torval and Dean in the famous
Bolero.
1982? Correct. Anonyman, the plays Biloxi Blues and The Odd Couple were written by
Pass.
who? Neil Simon. How many goals has a footballer scored if he has completed a brace?
3?
2. Which sport do the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland
American
Raiders?
football.
Correct. Claire, who starred as Jack opposite Jodie Foster in the 1993 film Summersby? Richard Gere. What type of animal is the Disney character Pluto?
Dog.
He is. Anonyman, which character in Fawlty Towers was famous for saying I know nothing?
Basil?
Manuel.
Oh.
What U is another name for the landing gear of an aeroplane?
Undercarriage.
Correct. Claire, Boris Johnson was born in which city?
New York.
He was. Anonyman, the biathlon event includes how many individual sporting
2.
disciplines? Yes, it does. Claire, how many 10 pence pieces make up £20?
200.
Correct. Anonyman, in which continent is the Patagonian Desert?
Asia?
South America. Who had a hit single in 2015 with Cheap Thrills?
Thea.
Correct. Claire, which American poet and playwright had the first names Thomas Stearns?
Elliot.
Correct. Anonyman, what was invented by a doctor who was embarrassed to press his ear against
Stethoscope.
females? Correct. Claire, in mobile communications, a SIM card stands for Subscriber Identity What?
Module.
Correct. Anonyman, the interior of which country is known as the Outback?
Australia.
Correct. Claire, Coricancha was the most important temple in which empire?
Ottoman.
Inca. What type of furniture are cots, rollaways, divans, and bunks?
Beds.
They are. Anonoman, which British queen shares a name with a variety of plum?
Victoria?
Correct. Claire, the actor who has played leading roles in the films The Big Lebowski and The Contender is Jeff who?
Coons.
Bridges. What S is the term for an element that is attached to the end of a word to create a new word?
Suffix.
Correct. Anonoman, who had a hit single in 1983 with Let's Dance?
David Bowie.
Correct. Claire, what is the name of the rabbit in Winnie the Pooh?
Rabbit.
Correct. Anonoman, what is the official language of Argentina?
Spanish?
It is. Claire, which city in French Guiana shares its name with a type of pepper?
Jalapeno.
Cayenne. Babbling brook is Cockney rhyming slang for which word meaning a criminal?
Crook.
Correct. Anonoman, what P is the term for a person who goes on a journey to a sacred
Pilgrim.
place in a... Correct. Claire, in which English county are the towns of Leighton Buzzard and Dunstable?
Northamptonshire.
Bedfordshire. In the USA, athletics is more commonly known as track and what?
Field.
Correct. Anonoman, what H is an excessive rate of breathing which reduces carbon dioxide...
Hyperventilation.
Correct. Claire, what was the name of the good ship sung about by Shirley Temple in the
Lollipop.
19th... Correct. Anonoman, which member of the royal family is president of the Royal Shakespeare Company?
Half.
Prince Charles. The TV soap Coronation Street is set in which fictional town?
Weatherfield.
Correct. Claire, a good thing that is unrecognised at first is sometimes referred to as
Boon.
blessing in its disguise, which... What a final that was! I really want to see the stats there because both of you hardly missed a thing, and I don't think there was more than about 15 seconds between you at any point. That was something else, absolutely first rate, top shelf performance from both of you. I'd love to tear up the rule book and say you're both winners, but unfortunately, Claire, it's another runner-up for you.
Oh no, that was wonderful. Well done, Anony Man. You were fantastic in that one.
You were also fantastic. I was astonished to get back ahead after you caught up with me. I just thought that was completely over. I don't know how I pulled it out. That was what a game that was. Just
Bravo.
very well played.
Well deserved win there.
Panda with the Insta stats between them, you answered 38 questions total, which is a solid number in the final round. So yeah, 38 between you in a final round. That's something I'm going to have to go watch back again because that was just neck and neck, and that could have gone either way. But we do have to have one winner and one runner-up, and Claire, on this occasion, you are our runner-up, but still 2 points taken away and one more heat to go. We'll see what difference that makes in just a moment, but for now, very well played, and we'll see you in day 5.
Thank you.
Which means our first-time finalist and first-time winner, it is Anonoman.
Wow. The question about hyperventilation was very apt because that is what I was doing.
You're on the point of that there. That's the lack of water. You should have got water. Or maybe you need to be dehydrated and it makes your brain fire faster because you're looking for water or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you were honestly just absolutely on all cylinders. Both of you there firing on all cylinders, and just a pleasure to be a part of that. An absolute pleasure. That was just top shelf quizzing.
Yeah, there were a couple of times when I thought, like the one about the desert where I just was on completely the wrong side of the world. There were a couple of moments where I thought I just dropped it and was going to start spiraling again, but I managed to pick it back up, I guess. And
I don't think either of you missed more than one question in a row. Panda may be able to confirm that. I don't remember pressing the cross button more than once or twice.
I don't remember either of us doing that. It was an incredibly close game all the way through. It was I know I keep saying it. I know I've said it every round so far. I do not know how I got here. I do not know how my podium's still on screen. That was just such a back and forth final, and I don't know. I think I need to go and catch my breath after that.
We're getting that a lot after some of these finals. People say they just need to go and lie down. This coming in from Panda just now, Anonymous pulled a 73.68% for the match, not just the round, but for the match, 73.68%, and that is the 5th highest percentage in a single match so far this tournament.
Oh.
So
wow,
that is pretty commendable. Kirstuken, welcome to the stream as well. Anonymous, I suppose you want to see what that's done to the board.
Yes, that would be nice, because hopefully I'm going to be a little bit higher up it.
Let's have a look. And there you are, top of the right-hand side, 6 points. Have you met Samster yet?
Oh, I think so, but my memory not always the best at the best of times. And right now, I would go and look at the database.
I'm going to scan the database. Anonymous has given us some stats in there as well. Let me see if you've met Samster. I can't remember. You haven't, actually. Samster is still to come. So that is a tie currently between you and Samster. And a rune. No, you must have seen a rune. One of you must have seen a rune.
That was... I did first match, I think.
Let's have a look. Yes. And actually, you finished ahead of a rune. So actually, Anonyman, you are in position 8. Because you finished ahead of Arun. You haven't yet met Samster, so you and Samster are technically tied at the moment. But yes, you are ahead of Arun. You are technically in 8th place as it stands right now. You've pushed...
Really putting the pressure on for the final day then.
A lot of pressure coming on for day 5, because we've also got Claire, who's been pushed into the relegation zone here. But actually, you're ahead of Claire, you're ahead of Arun, you're tied with Samster, but Claire, I think, beat Samster. So Claire is also ahead of Samster. So this is the point where we're going to have to start looking at the second metrics and possibly the third metrics. It is basically, what I'm saying is, it's way too close to call at this stage. And of course, because of the way the tiebreaker system works, we reset every time. So once someone has achieved a position by the head-to-head matchup, we start counting the rest. So it's a sort of... first transferable vote system rather than first past the post, as it were. So Claire also there on 6 as it stands right now. Benzie on 4, Topper on 2, and who else did we have tonight? Topper, Benzie, Anonyman and Claire. That was it. That was just 4.
That was in fact all of us.
That was all of you. So a 6 and a 6 and a 4 and a 2. Yeah, this is interesting. At this point, I'm not going to do instant stats. I will leave that to our statistician Panda. We have still got a game in hand for Lupine, currently in 16th place, but that could very dramatically change, and we could have potentially another 6-pointer to look at. The other 3 with a game in hand are all up at the other end of the table, so that's going to make some very interesting reading up there. Mark and Derek. Not sure how that's going to pan out, but you'll have to tune in on Thursday at 8 o'clock to see what goes on with that. So this heat was sort of looking at the right-hand side, and we've definitely thrown some catch among the pigeons. Next week is predominantly looking at next heat rather is predominantly looking at the left-hand side and seeing if there's going to be any changes up at the top end. We'll have to wait and see on Thursday. For now, Anonyman, please go and get some water. I don't want you to die of heat exhaustion or dehydration.
Will do.
Get yourself a beer, have a relax, and hopefully we'll see you in Google that, and if not, we'll see you in day number 5.
See you around.
Take care. So, Anonyman, our champion for this evening, and that is what the leaderboard looks like at the moment, with only 5 heats to go, 1 in day 4 and then 4 in day 5. We are really getting into the business end of this tournament. So far, only Derek remains totally undefeated, but he has got 2 more games to play. It's wide open, and of course this is only a rough indication of the leaderboard. The true leaderboard will come from Panda on Thursday after that day, the conclusion of day 4, when it has actually got who is ahead on the official tiebreaker system. Like I said, this is just to give us a rough idea, but that's where we're standing right now. All very exciting, and that is not the end of the night. It's 20 to 10, and we have just got time for some Google That at the end of the night, as written by Oni. So I do hope you'll join us for that. Give me 2 minutes to set up the bill, get myself another drink. I'm going to need one. Make sure you get yourself one as well. Make sure you stay hydrated, because it's really, really very hot. And yeah, very, very well done to Anonyman, and I'll see you after the break for Google That. And don't go away, because after this very short break, we will be back with the final game of the night. It is going to be Google That, as written by Oni. Get some bonus pennies right now. That was an intense heat, so intense 96. That could have been so joyful there, but at least it did stop. So, sit tight or grab yourself a drink. We'll be back in a few minutes' time. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. It's Google That. Welcome back to the third part of this evening's game night. Everybody Google That for the third part of the evening, but we've not played this game for about a month, so it's good to crack it back out. One of my earliest originals, and it's always fun to bring it out. This question pack comes to us from Oni this evening, and a lovely little question pack it is as well. Plenty of... See, you made me get a complex about saying the word accessible now, chat, because that's my word. Mobile play is not recommended. Yes, it's going to flash scenes of a sexual nature. This film has got scenes of strong language and scenes of a sexual nature from the very beginning. There are no scenes of a sexual nature. Topper getting to the bottom of his mic issues. Good. Well, that's good that's all sorted now. And you know what? Like a fool, I don't think I've loaded in the question pack. I haven't. Ha! Fool! I decompiled it, but I didn't load it into the game. So, we'll just do that one more time. Who's it by? Oni91_573. There we go. I have got the pack. It's all exported from the web, but I just didn't put it in. Let's try again. Enjoy our award-winning opening titles for a second time. To be fair, it's good I remember it now rather than after we pick the lobby. You fool! I can't do that in Gilbert Gottfried's voice. is where I find out I've left it in test mode. No, I haven't left it in test mode, so it is going to decompose. To be fair, I probably could have carried on, just updated the pack, but I don't know if it does it at start or if it... No, it does it at... No, it does it on start rather than on pick play. So yeah, I did need to restart it. Right, without any further ado, because I've already run it twice now, one day we'll get a stream without me making any human errors. If you want to play Google that, type in the code. Oh, it could have been wonderful. It was nearly feck. Have I got that on my soundboard? No, I've got that one. Well, let's, I'm gonna have to do it. There it is. It's not very loud, but I'll turn it up. Let's see if I can turn it up a bit. Shut the pickle. Oh. King the Coach, welcome to the stream, dude. Hope you're well. Everybody fornicate. Consent the king. Yeah. Isn't that apparently what the F word was supposed to stand for, is fornication under consent of the king? Careful now. They've been pros in specific logos to randomly show. To be honest, it wouldn't be without precedent. I think you did that when you did a hostile takeover of Danger Zone. I think you made Panda the rube code. I must have done it for something in the past. I'm fairly sure I have. There was a game where I made it that I could force a rube code, but as it is right now, they are all random. Anyway, type in nearly feck if you want to come and play. You can exclude. If you exclude, then you will only play the lobby game, which is very similar to the hot seat game, but there were 12 players who get to play the hot seat game. Yeah, I remember that. That was a couple of years ago now. That sounds very QI klaxonable. It does. Have I got a klaxon button on here? No, I should have one. No, I'll tell you why I haven't got a QI klaxon. It's because I've got a pissing app for it that isn't open at the moment. There's a QI klaxon. No, I've got a full app, but I'd need to open it. Let me. If I minimise that, is it going to break everything? There's klaxon. I haven't got enough screen real estate for this. Just enjoy the Persephone's chair logo for a minute. I'll just yeet that over there. It's going to take that over for a minute. I can't even remember how to use this. Do I just press... I'm sure I've got a klaxon button somewhere. Do I have a klaxon button? Or do I just press enter? No, I don't just press enter. There is definitely a button that I've got on here that initiates the... Oh, it's the QI button. Oh. Ha! Maybe I have to put it up there. Dum, dum. We'll try it one more time. Is it going to work this time? No. I can't remember what resolution it's got to be. Maybe it needs to go on the top monitor. No, that's not right. Why are you so long? Never mind. Anyway, there we go. The klaxons aside. Yeah, I knew I had an app for that, but I'm supposed to type something and then press a button, but I need to have it open, and I haven't got enough screens for it. So have all my secrets. Right, that's long enough of a mild break. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 21, 27 players in the lobby for this pack of Google That, as written by Oni. Few people excluding, so 12 of you will be selected for hot seat play, and everyone else can play along in the lobby game. I've got 5 Proogs, yeah, but to go through what I've got monitoring the Twitch feed itself, so the chat and what the audience is seeing, plus OBS is on that one, and then Discord underneath. That one's got OBS, Streamlabs on that. So Streamlabs and Twitch view, Discord, OBS, Inspector view, proofing notes and other Chrome tabs. The game that I'm broadcasting to you, the Penny controller, requests, a Penny request queue, and music. So everything is full up. There is no room for anything else. And on that note, we are going to start the game, otherwise we'll be here all night. So, let's pick ourselves some players, and let's lock the lobby first of all. Whee! Yeah! Okie dokie. 12 players are going to be brought into the game to play Google That tonight. If you're not one of the lucky 12, don't worry, you can still play along in the audience game, and it's just as fun, and we'll all have a great time all the same. But we need 12 players. Computer, pick a delightful dozen. Tonight they are... Round and round and round we go. And we'll start over on the far right. Podium number 11, it is. Welcome to the game, it is. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Continuing around, let's see who we get next. Over up on the top row on podium number 2, it's the Lupine one. Hello, Ralph. Welcome on in. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Round we go some more. Gliding overall, podium number 1. Oh, it's Cycle Space. Hello there, Mr. Cycle. Welcome to the game. Good to see you. We got a little bit of it. Can we continue the pattern? We are going to continue the pattern. Pole position goes to Mark. Mark, welcome to the game. Good to have you here. That's the place you want to stay if you can. Yeah, there's a reason for that, Gary. Going over to the yellow podium on the middle row, it's Cola Cola. Welcome on in, Cola. Great to have you with us. Yeah, there's a good reason for that, which we'll come back to. Podium number 5, staying on the middle row for now, in red, it's Kegler Coach. Get off my lawn. Welcome to the game, Kegler. We've got our first half. 6 players are in, another 6 to go. Going over to Corbin Corner next on podium number 7. It is Jack Wilfred, appropriate on Corbin Corner as our political correspondent. Jack Wilfred, welcome to the game. On we go to podium number 4 next on the middle row to Daru. Welcome on into the game. Good to have you here. 4 more podiums that need picking. We've got 1 on the middle row, 3 on the front. We are going to finish off the middle row. Podium number 3 on the left-hand side is Claire. Welcome on into the game, Claire. Good to see you again. Best of luck at Google That tonight. So we've got a lot of symmetry going on, and we are going to continue it front and centre. It's We Like Shapes. Hello, Shapes. Welcome to the game. Good to have you. 2 more that need filling. We're not going to get symmetry this time, but who's going to get picked next? Podium number 10 on the yellow one there. It's NPL Dart, and just 1 more player left to be picked tonight. Joining us for Google That on podium number 8 on the front row. Welcome to True Anonyman. Welcome to Google That. I hope you're all ready to play Google That tonight. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Good night. I'm kidding. I just felt like I expended so much energy doing the introduction tonight. What a game. Top game. No, I expended far too much energy doing the introduction. I'll take my hairband out, actually. Yeah, it's a tie. Everyone on 0. Faces of an octagon. Right, I might try and tie my hair. Oh, God, did I wash it? No, I didn't wash it this morning. I went for a run. I had a shower, but I didn't wash it. I wore my shower cap because I washed it yesterday, and I washed it the day before as well. You're not supposed to wash it every day, but it just felt right. So I'm just going to tie my hair up because the hairband's annoying me, and it'll go in my face if I don't do something with it. So just give me a second. Just give me a second. Apologies to my evening ablutions on screen. There we go. We have a ponytail now. Lovely. Whew. Right, it's Google That. It's written by Oni. Let's play round number 1. Oh, button. Find the button. There's a button. I used to wash it every day, Mark, and then I was told I shouldn't wash it every day. It's not good for it, and I also grew it out. You get through far too much shampoo. Anyway, welcome to round 1. It's the early bird. The 1, 2, 3, 4 work. I think so. I think so is the answer to Daru. Try it out and we'll see. Someone might be able to tell you. I can't remember. I think I programmed it, but someone who's played it might have a better idea. Round 1 is the early bird. Answer the multiple choice question. Will appear in the chat first, of course. Whisper A, B, C, or D, or possibly 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 Persephone's Twitch spot. Only the first 5 correct players will score 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2 points respectively. No points if you're wrong or you're too slow. Instructions there on how to whisper 5 questions in the round at a maximum of 50 points available. So, eyes on the chat and whisper to the bot. Good luck to y'all, and in the lobby game, if you're playing, I think the first 3 who are correct get 10, the next 3 get 8, the next 3 get 6, then 4, then 2. I think that's how it works. Or something very similar to that. Anyway, round 1. If y'all are ready, fingers on buzzers, here is question number 1. Which of these crime novels is not written by pointless co-host Richard Osman? The Thursday Murder Club, The Bullet That Missed, The Man Who Died Twice, The King of Taunts. Blimey, everyone's answered before the clock's even started. C.G. Eisens, going to give us an answer? There we go. Every answer, many pogs. Not everyone was right though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right in the lobby game. The correct answer was The King of Torts. The Bullet That Missed will be released in September this year. The King of Torts is a John Grisham novel, and as far as Oni is aware, and as far as I could check, he hasn't hosted any amiable tea time quizzes, nor is his name Richard Osman. Shapes was the fastest there for 10 points. Well done. And Nonaman getting second for 8. Claire picking up 6. Innes getting 4. And Colo getting 2. Lupine and Mark both correct, but unfortunately not fast enough. Bad luck. Let's reset the podiums. And we go on to question number 2. Yes, 10, 10, 10, 8, 8, 8, 6, 6, 6, 4. Let's go on. Question number 2. On New Year's Day 1990, which of these countries still existed as an independent sovereign state? Was it Yugoslavia, Democratic Kampuchea, Armenia, or South Sudan? And there's an answer from everybody again. Ooh, most of us in the lobby getting this, and I'm missing out on this one. The correct answer was Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia to Daru getting 10. Where's 8? Mark getting 8 that time. Kegler getting 6. Lupine getting 4. And Shapes getting 2. Kodo, Innes, MPL Dart, Cyberspace, Claire, and Jack all correct, but I'm afraid just too slow. No points for you. Bad luck. Yeah, in 1990, South Sudan was still Sudan. Armenia was part of the Soviet Union, and Democratic Kampuchea in 1989 became part of what is now Cambodia. Yugoslavia would remain a single state until 1992, when it became the Czech Republic and Macedonia? Slovakia? I thought it was the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. That's what my brother used to say to me. That's stuck in my head, whether it's right or not. I'm now questioning something I learned 20 years ago. I thought it was the Czech Republic, and but I might be thinking of something else. Anyway, no, that was Czechoslovakia I'm thinking of, not Yugoslavia. Serbia, thank you, there you go. Croatia, yeah, I'm thinking of Czechoslovakia. Anyway, moving on. Let's reset the podiums. David and Topper are leading the lobby with 20 points each, maximum score so far. Shapes on 12, Tadaru on 10, lovely, lovely. A couple of people yet to score. Let's see if we can change that with question number 3. Have a look at this. Yugoslavia is split into a lot. Which of these Coen Brothers films was released the earliest? Fargo, The Big Lebowski, The Man Who Wasn't There, and Brother, Where Art Thou? And, ooh, just the 5 getting it right in the main game. And Zero, Fitzka, Topper, and David, the only ones getting it right in the lobby. Goodness me, David and Topper are going to be not going to know what to do with all the points that they've got. The correct answer was A, Fargo. Jack picking up 10, Shapes getting 8, Cycle getting 6, Kegler getting 4, and Anonymous getting 2. Most players off the mark, just MPL Dart still looking for some points. Yeah, Fargo was 1996. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou, 2000. The Big Lebowski was 1998. And The Man Who Wasn't There was 2001. Very well done. If you got some points there, let's reset the podiums. Zero Fitica jumping up to 3rd place now. And Topper and David still dominating the lobby game. Most people have got some points now. Let's see if we can change that for everybody as we go to question number 4. Take a look at this. Which of these values is the highest? Number of KFC herbs and spices, number of flavours in Dr. Pepper, number of possible burger toppings of, oh my god, 5 Guys, or number of Baskin Robbins ice cream flavours? Slow down, Ben. You'll do yourself a mischief. Not a cat just out of time there. Plenty of players getting this one right. Jack, Shaped, and Mark were wrong, as was Topper. Ooh, so David getting this right. Is he going to get another maximum? Could he get 50 points from the first round? We'll have to see. Correct answer was D, the number of Baskin Robbins ice cream flavours. David has got another maximum there. There's 31 Baskin Robbins ice cream flavours, 23 flavours in Dr. Pepper, 11 KFC herbs and spices, and 15 Five Guys toppings. Tadaru picking up 10 there. True Anonyman getting 8, Innes getting 6, Claire getting 4, and Lupine getting 2. For Cycle, Kegler, MPL, and Colo all correct, but unfortunately not fast enough. No points. One more question in this round. Let's reset the podiums. As we go to... oh my god, in heaven, I'm going to die. As we go to question number 5, take a look. Which of these heraldry tinctures are not used in the flag of Germany? Sable, gules, argent, or? Or, I should say, I suppose. With a punt if you don't know, but most of us getting this in the lobby. The correct answer was C, argent, or argent, or argent. Yeah, so the other three, sable, gules, and ore, represent black, red, and gold. Argent represents white, and there is no white on the German flag. Mark picking up 10 points there. Shape getting 8, Lupine picking up 6, Jack getting 4, and NPL Dart getting 2, and everyone in the lobby game has got some points at the end of round 1. Lovely to see. Bad luck to Anonymous, Innes, and Cola, who were correct, but not fast enough. David, DVD Smith, picking up the maximum in the lobby game, 5 10-pointers for 50 points. I don't know if we've seen that before, so chapeau to you, sir. That is the end of round 1. Let's reset the podiums and check out the scores. I'm also I have got some new names this evening. Sklypes and Zero Fitica. I'm glad that you're finding the interface and the whispering to the bot manageable, and it looks like you get some good points on the board, so well played. Sklypes currently in third with 24, Curse Tukin at top of 1, joint second with 30, David currently with a lead of 50, a maximum score at the end of round 1. We don't see that very often, so very well played to you. Have a honk. There you go, just one honk. As to our hot seat players, Shapes is now in pole position with 28, Tadaru gliding overall with 20, Mark's in third with 18, tied with Anonyman who slips down to the second row. Jack has got 14, Lupine 12, Claire and Kegler and Innes all on 10, Cycle on 6, Colo and NPL Dart on 2, but still plenty of rounds to go, lots more points to give away. Let's go on to round number 2. Round 2 is called Chicken. You'll be given a category, for example, history. When prompted, whisper a bid from 1 to 10 to the bot. This is the number of your points that you're risking on this question. You can bid higher than the points you've got, but you can also go into negative points. Bear that in mind. Only the 6 highest bidders will be in play for the question. Again, the category in question will appear in the chat first. If you're in play, if you're one of the 6 high bidders, or there might be more than 6 if there's a tie, so if like everyone bids 1, everyone will be in play, so just bear that in mind. If you're in play, whisper your answer to the bot. If you answer correctly, you win your bid. If you answer incorrectly, you lose your bid. So it's basically sort of kind of like Jeopardy. If you abstain and you are in play, you lose half your bid rounded up. This is to prevent players from just bidding 10 for every question and then thinking, oh, I don't know, and then not answering. So if you abstain and you are in play, then you lose half your bid. If you're in play and you abstain, you lose half your bid rounded up. Players who are not in play get 1 point for every wrong answer or abstention up to a maximum of their bid. So let's say you see the category and you think, I have no idea what I'm going to do on this question. I have no idea about anything in this. I'm going to bid low, and you bid 2, thinking that will be low enough that I am not one of the highest 6 bidders. For every player who is in play who gets it wrong, you get a point up to a maximum of 2. So the Luigi strat can be very valuable. There's a lot of strategy to consider in this round. So if you're confident about a category, bid high, because you'll get maximum points and you'll have more chance of getting into play. Whereas if you're not confident, you maybe want to bid lower, but not too low, because you want to maximise your Luigi points. But then again, you don't want to bid too high, because you might accidentally put yourself into play. So, lots of things to think about, and if you are in play, are you going to answer or not? Those are the rules. You'll figure it out as you go along. For the lobby game, it's exactly the same, except the top 50% of bidders, the top half of bidders will get into play, and again, accommodating for any ties, so it might be slightly more than half. That's round 2. 5 questions in the round, a maximum of 50 points, again, are available if you have a perfect game. Category number 1, fingers on buzzers, if you will, bidding from 1 to 10, and the category is Body Talk. We may have lost Riff and not a cat, so they will get a default bid of 1. Yes, abstention from bidding gives you a default bid of 1. Oh, look at this beautiful symmetry on the podiums here. The 3 left and right wings are in play here. Shapes, Mark, Anonymous, Claire, Innes, and Colo, who have bid 4, 5, 4, 8, 4, and 6 respectively. Everyone who's not bid has bid 2, apart from NPL Dart, who's bid 3. So hoping to get some Luigi points here. And NPL Dart with the best Luigi bid there, potentially getting a maximum of 3 if 3 players get this wrong. Flu Fernando's gone for 10 in the wings, definitely wanting to play this question. Good luck to you all. Here is question number 1. Oh, Anonymous was hoping to Luigi this one. That's not worked out for you. Chondroplasty is a medical term pertaining to surgical procedure on which bodily tissue, the most common procedure being performed on the knee. Are Shapes and Claire going to sit this one out? No. They are going to get a clutch answer at the last minute. Let's see if they were right. The answer we were after here was cartilage. Cartilage is what we wanted. Ligament is not a right answer. Ligament's not a right answer. Cartilage, but it's not got through the spell checker, rather irritatingly. And I don't know if I can override in this round. Let me have a look. Hang on. I can manually override scores. Kolo's lost 6, so that is a correct answer. It's phonetically plausible, Kolo, so I'll give you 12 points back. I will also need to take a point off MPL Dart, because MPL Dart got a Luigi bonus of 3, but actually only 2 people got that wrong. So I need to add 12 to Kolo and take 1 off MPL Dart. Let me just see if I can condone. I should be able to condone an answer. But I haven't got any buttons, so I can't. Piss on that. So, yeah, that's how we're playing it. Cartilage. Kolo, I'm going to give you 12 points. MPL, I'm going to take 1 off you because we have to be fair. The right answer was cartilage. Right, let me manually adjust. Podium position to adjust is 10. Add this value 12. Manually adjust player score. Ping! And now 11. Add this value minus 1. Manually adjust player score. There we go. And all was well. Kolo picking up a correct answer for phonetically plausible. Yes, cartilage. The 2 most well-known chondroplasty procedures are on corrective knee surgery and thyroid chondroplasty, which is used to reduce the Adam's apple for transgender women. On we go. Category number 2. Fingers on buzzers, bidding from 1... Yeah, hand me a point back to the bank. Bidding from 1 to 10, the category is... Film in the Clinton years. Get your bids in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in, so we must have a tie. Yes, we've got 3 people going for 3, but Kegler, MPL Dart, and Mark all going for 3. Jack and Shapes have gone for 4. Claire's also gone for 3, and Lupine's gone for 8. Definitely wanting to get in on this question. Riff and Notacat with a low bit of 1, and everyone else in the lobby is in play on this one because we've got a big tie. Lots of people going 2, so no Luigi points available, apart from Riff and Notacat. Jogging Chub, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're well. And for the 7 players in the hot seat who are in play, good luck. Here is question number 2. At only 11 years of age, Anna Paquin won a Best Supporting Actress Academy Award for which 1993 film? Maybe you can abstain to preserve your points, or to have not so much of a penalty. Lupine and Shapes are doing just that, as are a number of players in the lobby. The correct answer was The Piano. The Colour Purple and Batman Returns are both incorrect. Piano or The Piano. Sorry, I'm obligated to do it. That film. Michael Nyman wrote the soundtrack. Yeah, there's the piano text. You're going to say the pianist. Glad you abstained. Good abstention there, David. Yeah, that would have cost you 8 points if you had said the pianist. Just 4, as it happens. One of French and Saunders from yeah, it is quite a nice piece of music. 6 in a row is a good streak. You can't say fairer than that. Unfortunately, Shapes losing 2 for the abstention, Lupine losing 4 for the abstention, Jack losing 4, Claire losing 3, both for wrong answers. But the piano was right. 3 to Mark, 3 to Kegler, 3 to MPL Dart, and lots of 2 sets of 2 points of Luigi points. And Riff and Notacat, who may very well be AFK, getting an extra point. That's how this game works. Let's reset the podiums. As we go on to category number 3, bidding from 1 to 10, take a look. I need to get another drink in a minute. End of the round. I'm totally like a free spirit. Get your bids in. Weird hearing that when not advertising life insurance. Very much so. Wow, we've got a 12-way tie. A 12-way. How exciting. Yeah, we've got Tadaru and Mark and Lupine and Kolo and Psychospace and Innis and Kegler all bidding 2. Unfortunately, no Luigi points in the hot seat game this question. We've got 5 players all tied on 1 and no one going higher than 4. Fluid Fernando going for 4. Nobody really wants this question. But everyone is in. No Luigi points available in the hot seat, but you could still get the points that you've bid, or lose half of them if you abstain, or lose all of them if you give me a wrong answer. Good luck. Here's question number 3. If you were geographically a Bohemian, which modern day country are you from? Daru and Kegler sitting this one out. They're going to minimise the damage if they don't know the answer. The correct answer was Czechia, or the Czech Republic. Hungary, Czech. Innis, I can condone that. I don't need to worry about Luigi points, but Czech, it's not a country, but it is a nationality, so I will allow that. Germany, Austria, all incorrect, I'm afraid. So, Inca, I need to add 4 points onto you, 2 to make up for the 2 you've lost, and 2 for the... and 2 others, yeah. Oh! Goodness me, I haven't unmuted notifications, but lots of new names are appearing. It can only mean one thing. Quizzy Dad with the raid! My dude, how are you? How are you keeping? Great to have you here. What? Lilk. Lilt plus milk is Lilk. Yuck. Lilk. That doesn't sound fun to me. Welcome everybody. Quizzy Dan and Minket, Warble JM, Clemson, Tipo Bear, Meredith Musing, JK2123. Welcome all of you to the stream. So good to have you here. Thank you so much for that raid. And yeah. Mama. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting from me. Had to do that when the Bohemian's in the question. I need to add 4 points onto Inco, and I'm going to do that before I forget. Well done, lots of points going out. Fluid Fernando getting his 4 points right there. Let's reset the podiums. And let me find Innis on podium number 8. Podium position to adjust 8 points to add. Was it 4? Did you lose? You lost 2, and you needed to gain 2. Was it 4? Or was it 8? Warble J, thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Inca's going to be an honest John, though. Was it 4 or was it 2? Was it 4 or was it 8? I think it was 4. Was it 4? I think it was 4. Let's go with 4. There you go. You're up to 18. Pog. Right, on we go. Category number 4, bidding from 1 to 10. Whisper to the bot within the next 15-20 seconds. And here's a category. Caroline Ha, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I totally, drank a free spirit. I see what you've done there, Odie. I see what you've done. We've had free spirits, we've now got a different sort of free spirit. Bids are all in. We have got some people bidding 1 on this one. I don't want this question. Kegler, Innis, and Cycle Space all bidding 1, hoping for some Luigi points here. We've got quite a few 2s in here, which is why we've got a big tie mark to Daru, Anonymana, Lupine, and MPL Dart all going 2. We've got Kodof and Shapes going for 4, and Claire's going for 7. Oh, it's a spirit alcohol related question, so Claire's up the ante maybe here. Well, I mean, if your buzzer was a little bit of the bubbly and back in buzz off, let's see if it pays off for you. Good luck. Here's question number 4. The name for a liqueur that is flavoured with blackcurrant is known as crème de what? Well, the 3 people sitting out of this one thinking, I wish I'd gone into that question. So, Dara, are you going to give us an answer? Or are you going to damage limitate? Limitate's not a word. Incidentally, Anna Paquin remains the second youngest person to win an Oscar after Tatum O'Neal, who won the award at age 10 for 1973's Paper Moon. And you can only be a real bohemian if you're from the western half of the Czech Republic, otherwise you're just a sparkling hipster. Very nice. Crème de what if it's a blackcurrant liqueur? The correct answer is Cassis, not Crème de Noir. Jack losing 4 points there, which means Kegler, Innis, and Cycle do get their 1 Luigi point. Everyone else giving me the correct answer in the hot seat. Crème de Cassis was the answer. It's a slightly tangy, alcoholic Ribena. Absolutely could neck that stuff neat, I could, said Oni, with a West Country accent for some reasons. I could neck that stuff neat, I could. Don't know why. Anyway, let's reset the podiums. No drama there. David is somehow on the same, despite going higher than 50, is back on what he started this round on. So, Cassis. It is, no, it's definitely pronounced Cassis. I used to work in an off license way back when. That's how I ended up where I am today. I was working in Threshers. It was called Bottoms Up, the branch of Threshers I worked in, but it was a Threshers. Anyway, one more category, bidding from 1 to 10. Take a look at this. Dicing with Danger, bidding from 1 to 10. What do you think? Mouthwash flavoured booze. Some people are not even going to put a bid in. They said, nope. Kodo very much sitting this one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. Oh, okay, we've got quite a few higher bids going on here. Garrett's actually gone as high as 10 in the lobby game. David and Fernando have gone for 6. Mark and Anonyman and Lupine and MPL Dart have all gone for 6 as well. Claire's gone for 5. Jack and Shapes have gone for 4, which is where that tie comes from. Low bids on 1, 2, and 3. But here is the question. It's Dicing with Danger. Good luck. Here it is. Across all the 7 dice used in a standard game of Dungeons and Dragons, how many times is a 0 character printed? I mean, it was called in the question, Dicing with Danger. Have we got any D&D fans here? Maybe you don't have to play. Mark and Shapes are damage limiting here at this point by not answering. Brah, says Jack. Brew. Yeah, tricky question. I wonder how many red lights we're going to get. All but one NPL Dart getting his 6 points there. Very nice indeed. All the Luigi points going out. No one getting this in the lobby. Claire losing 5, Lupine losing 6, Anonyman losing 6, Jack losing 4, Mark losing 3, Shapes losing 2. Yeah, so dice 4 faces to play 1 to 4, no zeros. Dice 6, 1 to 6, no zeros. Dice 8, 1 to 8, no zeros. Dice 10, 0 to 9, 1 0. Dice 10, which is the percentile dice, 0, 0 to 90 has got 11 zeros. Dice 12, 1 to 12 has got 1 0, and dice 21 to 20 has got 2 zeros. How many times is the 0 character printed, not how many zeros? The percentile die, of course. Of course. So, after that rather interesting question, Evil D 10%, yeah. After that very interesting question, let's reset the podiums and check out the scores at the end of round 2. Well, Shapes has still got his lead with 36. Tadaru's gliding overall with 24. And Innes now in 3rd place with 22. MPL Dart moves up to 4th with 18. Mark and Kegler both on 17. Cycle on 15. Claire and Cola on 13. Jack's got 8. Anonyman's got 7. And Lupine has got 4. David has still got the lead, although he has 3 points fewer than what he had at the start of the round. Or maybe that one. You've still got the lead though, so can't complain about that. Fernando on 31 in 2nd in the lobby, and Sklypes is 3rd on 27 in the lobby. Nobody's in negative, which is nice. Natter currently leaving with what he came for. Don't worry, we'll change all of that when we get to round 5, I'm sure. But for now, let's check out the rules for round 3. Have a little read. Round 3 is taboo. I'm going to go grab the bottle, and I'll be right back. Have a read. I'll be back in 10 seconds. Either my wife is smoking outside, unlikely, or someone has started a bonfire, more likely. Very smoky smell outside. Either that or the house is on fire and the computer's finally given up the ghost. The graphics card has burst again. And yes, and everything is on fire. No, it's fine. Did you have a read? It smells smoky. Well, I can't smell it through my window up here, but definitely going downstairs, a distinct smoky smell on the air. I was going to take a minute to catch my breath. So I put a lot of energy into that round. Empty bottle, that could go on the floor. I'll take it down later on. Anyway, round 3 is taboo. Name something that fits in with a given category. You might get capital cities in Asia, for example. Whisper one answer only to Persephone's Twitch bot. It's a bit like pointless this round. You are looking for correct, unique answers. You score 10 points for giving a unique, correct answer. Answers given by 2, 3, 4, 5 or more players score 6, 4, 2 and 0 points respectively. And of course, if the answer doesn't fit in with the category, then you don't get anything. This is a round I do have to mark manually, so I do beg your patience here. Incidentally, lobby game, this is the one round that is a little bit different for you. You do not have to give a unique correct answer. What you have to do in the lobby game is match up with an answer given by anyone in the hot seat, whether right or wrong, incidentally. So what you've got to think is that the players in the lobby are trying to think of correct rare answers. You've got to match with them. So you might think, well, I want to go for the obvious answers, but then you've got to remember they're going for the not obvious answers, so therefore you want to go for the not obvious answers, but then again, they might go for the obvious wrong answer, so you think, well, I'm going to go for the obvious wrong answer and hope that it matches with someone. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyway, you get 5 points flat rate if you do match with any answer, whether right or wrong, given by a hot seat player. And hot seat players, you're looking for unique correct answer, and I will mark them all manually. We're going to round number 3. Let's press the button. Those are the scores, and here we go. Get ready for question number 1. No bidding in this round. So, read this question carefully. Here is question number 1. Name a book of the King James version of the Bible with a number in its title, answering without the number. Answer from everyone in the hot seat. Let's take a look and let's take a look and see what you said. Romans, Psalms, Chronicles, Kings, Samuel, Kings, John, Corinthians, Chronicles, Corinthians, Kings, and Philippians. Computer is telling me. Computer, tell me. Tell me, computer. Who do you think's wrong? 0, 1, and 11. Romans. No. Romans, not down there. There was only one Romans, I think. Psalms, again, only one book of Psalms. And Philippians, there was only one Philippians, I'm afraid. So, for you 3, podium 0, 1, and 11, I'm afraid it's no points. Everything else is a correct answer, so very well played. So let's pair them up and see who's gone where. There are 3 kings. We 3 kings of Orient are podium 3, podium 5, podium 10. Shared 3 ways, so that is going to be 4 points each for MPL Dart, Kegler Coach, and True Anonymous for giving me kings. Well played. We've got a couple of Corinthians in there, podium 7 and podium 9. Claire and Jack both give me Corinthians. Yes, 2 books of Corinthians, 2 letters, epistles to the Corinthians. 6 points each. Well played. We've also got a couple of Chronicles in there, podium 2 and podium 8. Inca and Kolo both going for Chronicles, both correct, 6 points each. And 2 unique answers, Samuel and John, podium 4, podium 6. Very well played, unique and correct, 10 points apiece. Correct answers you could have had there: Samuel, Kings, Chronicles, Esdras, Maccabees, Corinthians, Thessalonians, Timothy, Peter, and John. Very well played. If you gave me a correct answer there, let's reset the podiums. As we go to question number 2. All of these answers have 2 books, save for John, which has 3, incidentally. I like this question a lot. Have a look at this. Question number 2. Name a band or artist with a song included in the top 20 of Total Guitar Magazine's greatest guitar solos of all time poll in 2021. Just catching up on the chat and the numbers coming up as an answer, which was very nice. Very nice indeed. So, a band or artist with a song included in the top 20 of Total Guitar Magazine's greatest guitar solos of all time poll in 2021. Let's have a look and see what you said. Deep Purple, Rolling Stones, Guns N' Roses, Eric Clapton. We Are the Champions. Whoops, yeah, Claire with the panic there. Guns N' Roses, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, and Deep Purple. Computer's telling me 2, 6, and 7 are wrong. Rolling Stones? Really? Wow, no Rolling Stones on the list. How about that? I'm deeply sorry, Inca, but I can't give it to you. Eric Clapton, likewise, and We Are the Champions is a song, not a band. Queen was an answer, I'm afraid, but yeah, Stones not really known for their soloing, I guess. Unfortunately for you 3, 2, 6, and 7, it's no points. Rip. We've got a lot of Guns N' Roses going on here. We've got a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and an 8, and it's just the 4, so shared 4 ways. Very well played. 2 points each for Guns N' Roses. 3 Deep Purples here. Podium 0, podium 1, podium 11. Maybe trying to go for the obscure answer, but 3 people going for the obscure answer. But All of you correct, 4 points. Well played. And a Led Zeppelin and a Jimi Hendrix are both correct and both unique. Very well done, 10 points apiece. Answers you could have had there: AC/DC, The Beatles, who I hear are overrated, Deep Purple, Dire Straits, The Eagles, Eric Johnson, Gary Moore, Guns N' Roses, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Metallica, Michael Jackson, Muse, Ozzy Osbourne, Pink Floyd, Prince, Queen, Steve Vai and Van Halen. Oh, hello, Samster. How are you doing? I hope you've had a good evening, mate, whatever you've been up to. Good to see you. Welcome on into the stream. Beat It has I suppose Beat It has got a hell of a guitar solo. I quite like Fall Out Boy's cover of Beat It. Just saying. Check it out if you haven't heard it. Let's move on. Let's reset the podiums. Question number 3 coming your way. Take a look at this. Name a currency replaced by the euro since its adoption in 2002. The country name is not required. Just the currency. And we've got an answer from everyone in the hot seat, most players in the lobby as well. Let's take a look what you've said. Marca, franc, liter, forint, escudo, lira, 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 guilder, drachma, franc, and guilder. Computer's telling me 2 and 3 are wrong. 2 is not wrong, though. I've got litas, L-I-T-A-S, down on my list, but not liter. But I think that is phonetically plausible, so I'm going to take you off my incorrect list there, Inca. Liter is going to be absolutely fine. Forint is not a correct answer. No, Poland used the zloty after and they still do to this day. They don't use the euro in Poland. They use the zloty. Let's take a look at the forint. It's a Hungarian currency, and it is still the currency of Hungary, formerly divided into 100 filia. Introduction of the forint on the 1st of August 1946 was a crucial step in the post-World War II stabilisation of the Hungarian economy. It is still used to this day. They do not use the euro in Hungary. And excellent, I'm glad chat is confirming my research with me, my IRL real-time research. Unfortunately, MPL Dart, that is not a right answer. You're going to get no points. Everything else down there is a correct answer. Very well played. Give me a moment just to look through and check everything. I like Mark go for marker. That's appropriate. You could have just said Mark. I don't know if they're the same. They're not, actually. I think they are different currencies. Not that anyone else has said it anyway. Let's start with these ones. Let's go with the lira, which I believe is the Italian currency. 5, 6, 7. All saying lira. I think that's it. Liter is not the same. That is a different currency. 5, 6, and 7. Shared 3 ways. 4 points. Well played. Let's have a look. Guilder. Podium 8, Podium 11, both saying Guilder. I think they're the only two. Yes, they are. Shared 2 ways, 6 points. Well played. 2 players going for franc. I thought there'd be more than one going for franc there. Yes, the former French currency. What was the guilder? Was that? What was the guilder? Someone will tell me in a minute. I can't remember that one. But 2 players going for franc there. 6 points each. Well played. Oh, it was Dutch. Of course it was Dutch. Everything else is unique and correct. The marca, the liter, the escudo, and the drachma. Very well played. Podium 0, Podium 2, Podium 4, Podium 9. All correct, all unique. 10 points. Well played. Answers you could have had: the drachma, the escudo, the franc, the guilder, the kroon, the koruna, lats, lira, litas, mark, marca. I'm not sure if they're the same. I think they're different though. The peseta. Nobody going for the Spanish peseta there. The pound. This is a really interesting one. Pound and punt are interesting inclusions in here. The Irish pound could also acceptably be called a punt, but of course Ireland adopted the euro. And the Maltese lira was also known as the Maltese pound. So arguably one answer that could have meant 2 different things, but no one go for pound anyway. Pound, punt, shilling, and tollar. Nobody going for tollar there as well. And yeah, the Irish pound, obviously Ireland adopted the euro. But yeah, there we go. Lots of people getting points. Bad luck to MPL Dart there. Let's reset the podiums as we go to question number 4 and see what you make of... Oh God, this question. Have fun with this. Question number 4. Good luck. Fingers on buzzers. Here it is. Name a Prime Minister of Australia that has held office since the end of World War II in September 1945. And it's just occurred to me, all of the answers down here are first name, last name. There are no last name alternates, so I imagine everyone is going to be flagged as wrong if you just give me a surname. So this one might take a little while longer to condone. Let's have a look and see what you've said. John Howard, Wilson, Harold Holt, Hodgson, Howard, Albanese, Howard, Gillard, Fraser, Harold Holt, and Rudd. As predicted, the computer's telling me 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11 are wrong. So I'm going to go through those one at a time and just confirm. Wilson is not on my list. There is no Wilson, I'm afraid. 3, Hodgson. No Hodgson on my list. 4, Howard. I have got a Howard, so I can take Mark off the list. Albanese. Let's have a look. Albanese. Anthony Albanese, the current incumbent Prime Minister. I can take you off my list, Kegler Coach. Howard. I've already confirmed Howard was there. I can take 6 off. Gillard. Yes, Julia Gillard is there. Claire, I can take you off my list. Colo also going for Gillard. Fraser. Nah, that's wrong, Jack. No, I'm kidding. You're fine. Fraser's all good. I can take you off my list. And 11, Rudd. Yes, there is a Rudd. I can take you off the list. So, apologies that I didn't catch that, just surnames. Was it Albanese? Oh, my bad. Jack ready to fight. Oh, duh. I haven't got the button on this screen. I'll press it in a minute. Unfortunately, it does mean podium 1, podium 3. Wilson and Hodgson are both incorrect answers. I've done one last minute double check sweep of the list, but unfortunately, no points. So, everything else is a correct answer. Let's go through the Howards first. There's a couple of these. Shapes saying Howard. Howard and Harold are not the same. So, Howard there. Howard on 4. Howard on 6. And that's it. Just the 3 Howards. Very well played. 4 points. Harold Holt. Let's look at the Holts. Podium 2 and podium 10. Just shared 2 ways. Very well played. Harold Holt, 6 points. 2 Gillards as well. Podium 7 and podium 8. Claire and Colo both going for Gillard. Shared 2 ways. 6 points each. And everything else is correct and unique. Albanese, Fraser and Rudd, 5, 9, 11. Very well played, 10 points. I'm surprised no one's gone for Scott Morrison. That's the only one I would have known and the one I would have gone for, but no one going for Scott Morrison. David, the only player in the lobby to get 5 points here. Answers you could have had: Ben Chiefley, Sir Robert Menzies, Harold Holt, John McEwen, John Gorton, William McMahon, Gough Whitlam, Malcolm Fraser, Bob Hawke, Paul Keating, John Howard, Kevin Rudd, Julia Gillard, Tony Abbott, Malcolm Turnbull, Scott Morrison, and Anthony Albanese. So those are the answers, yeah, you could have had. Sorry that took a little bit longer. That was my bad for not putting in the surnames there. Let's go on one more question in this round as we reset the podiums. And, oh, Lord. Yeah, this you'll either love this one or hate it, or possibly both. Question number 5. Good luck. Name one of the 20 most popular Pokemon as voted for by fans on Pokemon Day 2020. Have you been in the pool room?
No.
Where have you been?
Walking Hermione.
Oh, you went walking the dog. I couldn't find Mrs. Flush. I wonder where she'd gone. I thought she'd gone to the pool room, but she's just gone to walk the dog. Hello, Mrs. Flush, my wife. Right, everyone getting an answer in there. Let's take a look and see what you said. We'll have a chat with Mrs. Flush in just a bit if you just want to hang there for a minute. Squirtle, Snorlax, Pikachu, Mewtwo, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Gengar, Squirtle, Eevee, Magnemite, Gengar. I feel like I'm doing the poker app. Articuno, Jinx, Nidorina, Beedrill, Haunter, Squirtle, Chatty Pokemon, Parasect, Execute, Muck, Beedrill, Pidgeotto, Lapras, Snorlax. Right on! Why do I still know that? I haven't watched that for like 20 years. There are more 150 or more to see. I really want to play Pokemon, but I'm not going to do that just now. Now, sadly for you, unfortunately, I have got a lot of wrong answers down here. Is it G major? Thank you to Dario. Oh, it's not. It's in a minor key, so... well, the theme song is in a minor key. 0, 1, 3, 6, 8, and 10. It's telling me I'm wrong. Squirtle, not on my list. Bad luck. 1. Snorlax, not on my list. It's not coming in. 3. Mewtwo, not on my list. Not coming in. Podium 6. Jigglypuff, not on my list. Not coming in. Podium 8. Squirtle again, not on the list. Not coming in. And Magnemite, not on the list. Not coming in. Tricky one here. I'm afraid you get no points. How many Pikachus have we got? Just the 3, I think. 4, 5, and 2. Very well played. Pikachu is the correct answer. 4 points. 2 Gengars, podium 7, podium 11, shared 2 ways, that's 6 points. And an Eevee, very well done, Jack, 10 points to you. So I don't even recognise half of these Pokemon. You've got Greninja, Lucario, not like our friend in the community Lucario, but a Pokemon called Lucario, Mimikyu, Charizard, Umbreon, Sylveon, Garchomp, Rayquaza, Gardevoir, Gengar, Dragapult, Tyranitar, Bulbasaur, Toxtricity, that's offending every fibre of my phonetical being, Lugia, Rowlet, Aegislash, I think, Chandelure, Pikachu, and Eevee. Pikachu was only ranked 19th in the list and not even the top 3 for Gen 1, although Oni does appreciate his favourite Pokemon being called the best evolution, presumably Umbreon. And incidentally, Scott Morrison defecated his underwear in a McDonald's car park following an Aussie Rules football game in 2007, and the car park has a plaque in its honour. I feel this was important to bring up, related to the last question. So yeah, Charizard, Eevee, and Pikachu most obvious, followed by Lucario. I thought Lucario was a person. I thought it was an avatar. Dragon, welcome to the stream, by the way. That's how that round pans out. Well done if you got some points in the lobby as well. That is the end of round 3. Let's reset the podiums and check out the scores. Ooh. He may very well have defecated on an octahedron, David. We just don't know. We simply do not know. But I'm prepared to suspend reality for a minute and suggest, yes, he did. He definitely did. Right, at the end of round 3, David is leading the lobby. He's got like almost twice the next player. David on 67, Topper on 39, Fernando on 36, top 3 in the lobby. In our hot seat game, goodness me, it's interesting. Shapes and Jack both on 54, Innis on 48, Mark on 47, Kegler 41, Claire 35, Tadaro 34, Cycle Space and Colo, and Anonymous all on 33, Lupine's on 30, MPL Dart on 22. Goodness me, could it be closer? We're going to take just a very short pause while we say hello to Mrs. Flash. Hello, Mrs. Flash.
Warn me when the chair is going to move. Hello, everyone. You all right?
Mrs. Flash is here. How was your dog walk?
It was very nice, thank you. Yes, I ran her ragged. She lay down in the field at one point with her tongue out going,
I'm hot. I don't want to go anymore.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, all good. I did not smell the bonfire, no.
Oh, there's definitely some fiery smell.
No.
Went downstairs, there's a fiery smell. I thought you might be smoking. Yeah, I'm getting it now. Can you not smell it?
Hi.
Duncan smells.
I didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning, I am afraid.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning. Oh, we didn't start the fire. Who's that by?
Some 80s, but no.
Is it?
No.
We didn't start the fire. Oh, it's Billy Joel. We didn't start the fire. Yeah, there we go. That's all you're getting from me. Right, we're going to move on. Thank you for popping in. Lovely to see you.
Okay.
Are we going to go play pool in a bit?
I hope so.
Good. I practiced at lunchtime. I made some good shots. You didn't come home at lunchtime. It's not my fault. Sorry, I'm moving the chair again. That's the end of round 3. Let's go to round 4.
Run over my toes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Dave.
Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Witcher, John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio?
Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio. Round 4 is the blind
Say
auction.
it quick enough, it does sound like Joe DiMaggio was married to Marilyn Monroe.
I know. As was Arthur Miller.
And who else?
The other one.
The other who doesn't matter because no one knows who he is.
He was a lawyer or something, wasn't he? Or not.
John DiMaggio was the voice of Bender in Futurama.
Look, we need to finish it. We've got the quiz. We've got 2 more rounds of Google that to go. So we're going to crack on with it. You bring your fascinating trivia after the quiz. Are you playing with my ponytail?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Round 4 is the blind auction. How many questions from 1 to 10 can you answer on 2 given categories? When prompted, whisper a bid from 1 to 10 to the bot. You'll be shown 10 increasingly difficult questions, which are worth 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on points. Don't answer if you don't want to try the current question. Think escape artist rules, because tactically you can choose to wait for more valuable questions. And once you achieve your bid, you bank your points and are frozen out. But failing to meet your bid loses all points from this round. Do beware, though, because a wrong answer will increase your bid by 1, and too many incorrect answers, oh, you're coming back, cool, may make it impossible for you to bank your points, and if that does become the case, you will be permanently frozen out. So, you can throw if you think, oh, I bid far too low, I could get more of these. You can throw to increase your bid artificially, but use it with caution. Bidding from 1 to 10, abstaining from bidding with your default bid of 1. Exactly the same gameplay in the lobby as in the hot seat. Round 4 is the blind auction, and the categories for this round are best and worst. Blimey. We've got a few. We've got 2 6s. David and Fernando going for 6 in the hot seat game. Everyone's sticking for a single row in David and Fernando's 6 in the lobby game. Everyone's sticking to a single row in the hot seat. Shapes, Jack on 4, Innes and Mark for 5, Kegler for 3, Claire for 4, Tadaru 3, Cycle Space 4, Colo and Nonoman, Lupine for 5, and MPL going for 4. Could be interesting. Let's see how it pans out. Best for the odd number questions, worst for the even number questions. They get gradually harder. Let's see how you get on. Good luck. Here's question number 1 for 1 point.
Harder get they.
Harder get they. The initialism BFF is short for best friends what? Maybe you don't have to play if you've got a low bid. Depends if you want to bank out early or not, I suppose. You're my BFF. Did you just say the answer?
No one noticed.
Fortunately, with the latency, I'm pretty sure that would have affected anyone. Most people had already answered if they were going to. Claire sneaking an answer in at the last minute, choosing to go for it. Shapes and Jack sitting it out. Thanks, Meg, says David. Shapes and Jack sitting it out, waiting for more powerful questions later on. Correct answer is forever. Everyone getting that who attempted it. Best friends forever. The OED traces this turn back to 1987, but the first major use was by Phoebe in season 3 of Friends. In a season 3 episode of Friends. On we go. Let's reset the podiums. No drama so far. Everyone who attempted it was right. Here's question number 2. Answer in your head.
Yeah.
The worst is the worst of what kind of food stuff? Everyone in the lobby attempting. Curse 2 cannot Garrett Riff and not a cat sitting out of the lobby. Sorry, everyone in the hot seat attempting. I keep getting them mixed up, my bad. The worst is the worst of what kind of food stuff? It's a... I was so tempted to put sausage as an answer, and then I changed my mind about it, but I really wish I had. Yeah, sausage is correct. Unless you were throwing for points there, Shapes, in which case bad luck, because that was almost a condonable answer.
So on
Bratwurst.
On the rare occasion that I send Ben to the supermarket, I will write it as sausage on the list, otherwise he refuses to buy it.
It's true. Bratwurst is a type of German sausage. I'm going to defer to Oni on this one. I'm inclined to accept it. We're going, nah, Wurst is in the question. Oh, I've been overruled by the question writer. And the worst kind of food stuff. Bratwurst, it is, by legal definition, it is a type of sausage. If we do it enough, we can make it the canonical spelling. Kegler Coach is deeply upset with that ruling. Unless Kegler's just expressing an opinion, possibly. Secret Agent Jacob emote. Unfortunately, we're not going to let it fly. I'm going to defer to superior knowledge in the shape of Oni, and that is going to be an extra pip for you. But let's reset the podiums. On we go. G. Isis agrees with Kegler Coach. Question number 3, 5 points. We're back to best. 8 questions remaining. Take a look at this. A royal flush, that's me. The best hand in poker consists of these cards in the same suit: ace, king, queen, jack, and what? Do you know? You should have played the game. We're taking the dog a walk. All 12 in the hot seat are attempting. A few sitting this one out in the lobby. The correct answer is... it's a 10, and Tadaru banking out 9 points. Those points are safe, Tadaru, added to your total, but you are frozen out for the rest of the round. Sklypes also banking out 9 points there. Very well played. You've got your 3 questions right, but you cannot answer any more questions in this round. Everyone giving me the correct answer of 10. Very well played. Let's go on to question number 4. We've had a best. We're moving back to worst now. If you banked out, you can't answer anymore. But have a look. Have we got anyone who's after 1? Cycle Space, MPL Dart, and Claire are all after 1. They may want to bank now. They may want to wait for another question. Take a look at this question number 4. 7 questions remaining, and this is for 7 points. The quote, "If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best," is a line often misattributed to which actress? Only a smattering. 4 in the hot seat, 2 in the lobby going for this one. Incidentally, of course, that's in German. According to tasteatlas.com, the worst is actually the Savoy, although 7 of the top 10 involve blood in some way. As to a royal flush, this is the best hand in poker as long as you play without jokers. In this case, a 5 of a kind will beat a royal flush. But no one plays poker with jokers because that would be madness. As to question 4, the quote, "If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best," is a line often misattributed to which actress? It is Marilyn Monroe. Everyone who attempted at getting it right.
Yes, DVD.
John DiMaggio's wife, yes, would have been accepted. G. Eisen's banking at 13 here. David still requiring 2 in the lobby. Claire banking out 16 here. Innes, Kegler, and Mark all correct with Monroe or Marilyn Monroe. They all need 1 more question. Let's reset the podiums. Claire, you banked out. You can't answer any more questions. Innes, Kegler, Mark, Cycle Space, and MPL Dart, just 1 more needed. Everyone else in the hot seat needing 2. Most players in the lobby needing 1, a couple needing 3, and David needing 2. Here's question number 5 for 9 points. 6 questions remain. Take a look. In particle physics, which synonym of best is one of the 6 types commonly known as flavours of quark? This is worth 9 points. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 players attempting this in the hot seat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the lobby. Correct answer is top, is what we're after. Everyone in the hot seat attempting this, who attempted this, getting this right. Inca banking out 25 points, very well played. MPL Dart banking out 18 there. Well done, you two. No more questions for you in this round, but those points are now safe. Topper and Curse2 can both incorrect, but BC banking out 18 and Zero Fitica banking out 13 points there. Very well played. Let's reset the podiums. Halfway mark. Question number 6, 11 points for this. 5 questions remain. Everybody in the hot seat now requires just 1 more question, and nobody requires more than 2 in the lobby game. We could see a perfect sea of green. It'd be a beautiful thing to see, though. Of a horrible feeling Riff and Notacat are AFK. Let's see what happens. Question number 6. We're back to worst. We've had, yes, back to worst. Have a look at this. Following the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, which oil company won Consumerist's Worst Company in America award in 2011?
Oh, I think I know an anecdote about this.
Do we know? 1, 2, 3, 4 players in the hot seat attempting this. Quite a few in the lobby. The correct answer is... it's BP. The little citation trivia we've got here. Should we accept British Petroleum? It's not been called that since 1998, and actually Oni and I discussed this earlier on, and we said we wouldn't accept British Petroleum, though it is curious how whenever there's a disaster, British Petroleum suddenly comes up as a name again. Everyone who attempted that getting it right. Incidentally, on the Quarks question, the others are Bottom, Up, Down, Strange, and Charm, as well as Top. Kegler banking out 24, Mark banking out 27, Cola banking out 29, and Lupine banking out 29. Goodness me, this is looking to be a high-scoring game tonight. Over in the lobby, AB Me banking out 20, David banking out 15, Proogs and Natter both banking out 20. Very well played. Lots of points going out there. We've still got some players in live play with 4 questions to go. Let's reset the podiums. Jack, Shapes, Anonymous and Cycle Space. Any one from the next 4. And likewise, if you've got a number, or if you're yellow rather, on the lobby chart over on the right hand side, that's how many questions you need. Question number 7 is worth 13 points with 4 to go. Take a look at this on the best. The late George Best played football for which national side, receiving 37 caps between 1964 and 1977? Jack and Shapes are both in. Garrett and David are both in. Topper's in. Fernando's in. Curse Toucan is in. Anonymous and Cycle Space are leaving it out. Let's see, did Jack and Shapes in the hot seat get the right answer? The correct answer was Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland, and we're saying explicitly from only not to accept just Ireland. They are different countries. Surprisingly, despite reaching the World Cup 3 times between 58 and 86, they never qualified during George Best's international career. Regretful filled, says Topper, as he earns an extra pip, as does Odd Garrett. Now, Odd Garrett, 3 required from 3. You can still bank your points, but it's a tall order at this point. Let's reset the podiums. Well done to Shapes and Jack, both banking out 30 points there. Cycle and Anonyman still in live play. Odd Garrett, you do need 3 from 3. Curse Toucan and Topper, you cannot afford any more wrong answers. You can afford 1 abstention. Riff and Knockout, I believe, maybe AFK. Let's have a look at question number 8 for 15 points. Anonyman almost answered Ireland. Good decision at the last minute. Mildred Hubble, question 8. Mildred Hubble is the lead character in which series of children's books written by Jill Murphy? Anonyman's in. Garrett's in. Curse Toucan's in. Is Cycle going to wait a bit longer? Certainly is, as is Topper, so Topper now needs 2 from 2. Odd Garrett and Curse Toucan both need to get this right. Anonyman can afford for this to be wrong, but would then need to get the next 2 questions correct. The correct answer is The Worst Witch. Very well played. Anonyman banking out 33 points there, and Curse Toucan and Odd Garrett also getting that one right in the lobby. Oh, look at all this green in the hot seat game. I played this exactly right by answering the first 3 questions. I haven't known any parts of those. Strong play, Tataru. Very strong play. Well done to Anonymous banking out 33 points there. No other banks on that round. We've got 2 questions to go. Let's reset the podiums. And we've still got 5 lights in the lobby. Topper, Toucan, Garrett, Riff, and Not a Cat. Odd Garrett and Topper, you need both of these. Curse Toucan, either of them, but you can't afford a wrong answer. Likewise, Cycle Space, you can't afford a wrong answer, but you can sit this one out if you like. Topper prepares for pain. I haven't got the button to hand. I'll press it in a minute. Good luck. Question number 9 for 17 points. Have a look at this. In 2022, which British pop group released the song The Best Mistakes, the one new single on their second greatest hits album, Charmed Life? Garrett's in. Topper's in. Cyclospace is sitting quietly, I think, and waiting for question number 10. Let's take a look. The correct answer was The Divine Comedy, not the answer given by Topper and Odd Garrett. So we are going to have some red, unfortunately. Odd Garrett and Topper, unfortunately, no point in this round. Incidentally, there have been a total of 8 books in the series of The Worst Witch, released between 1974 and 2008, a couple of TV series, and a made-for-TV film starring Tim Curry, of all people. As for The Divine Comedy, their current 2022 tour was intended to honour the 30th anniversary of the band's 1990 formation. However, COVID-19 forced its postponement from its original October 2020 slot. So, Odd Garrett and Topper One Gaming, I'm afraid you are in for a world of... as you leave this round with no points. Tim Curry voice.
A DVD Smith has been making me laugh all evening.
So, he's very witty. He's very funny.
Very funny, yeah.
Cycle, Curse Toucan, and Riff and Not a Cat if you're here. Oh, all out. Cycle Space and the Animal Pack. Toucans, raccoons, and cats. You've got to get this answer right. Cycle Space, can you make it a perfect board of green? It's worth 19 points if you can get this answer right. The very best of luck to you all. With 1 question left, take a look at this. The Worst Person in the World was nominated for the Best International Feature Film Oscar in 2022, but lost out to which film? Cycle's giving it a go. Knows he's got to. Toucan, Riff, not a cat. No, you are going to be frozen out. So, all eyes on Cycle Space here. I played this round perfectly optimally given my lack of trivia prowess. Well, very well played, Tatari. Banking out the most you possibly could. This is going to make for a fascinating final. Toucan with a hard nope. The correct answer is... Drive My Car. I'll settle for the worst score in the lobby. Oh, Cycle Space. I mean, it's appropriate. Maybe you're going red since you are sat in Corbyn Corner at the moment. But yeah, the only red one, everyone else paid up members of the Green Party, unfortunately. The Labour member. Apparently, the national strike in this country is all Labour's fault. There was an MP tweeted, I think it was Neil Jenkinson, possibly tweeted out, quote tweeted someone else saying these strikes are really bad, and he said a vision of Labour Britain, and it's like amazing. After 12 years in power and blaming the previous Labour government for all the problems in the world, the Tories have gone galaxy brain and are now blaming the next Labour government for all the problems in the world. Fucking pog. Anyway, I'll settle for the worst score in the lobby is not the right answer, unfortunately, and no answers from Toucan, Riff, or Not a Cat. Sorry, that's all my political soapbox done for this evening. That is the end of the round. Let's reset the podiums and check out the scores. I said that already, David! Most of the cabinet, yeah, it's because most of the cabinet are sycophants, and most of the cabinet realised they wouldn't be within 100 billion miles of a cabinet position under any other prime minister. Oh, you typed it by the time I said it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Can you? Oh, Nadine Dorries. Fucking Nadine Dorries.
You love her.
I do not love. My mum loves her.
I'm going to get you a Nadine Dorries pin-up. I'm going to get you a poster of like Nadine Dorries.
You do know she's older than my mum.
Look, you'd be amazed what Photoshop can achieve. I am so going to get you that. You're going to love it.
She might be the worst human being on the planet. Apart from either her or Jonathan Gullis, they're both up there. My God in heaven.
He talks about her every day. With Nadine Dorries, that. Did you hear what Nadine Dorries said?
I get the sense that Ben feels the same way about Nadine as I feel about Nadine. Peel the tail on the Dorries. Very good.
Don't get him started on Priti Patel.
Fucking hell.
He loves her.
Right. No more talk of politics tonight. I'm pressing the order button. Burko has spoken. We're going to concentrate on the rest of the game.
When we're making love.
Wow! Leave the office right now. That is categorically not true and inappropriate. And I have pressed the order button now 3 times. Fuck me. You see what you've done? Look, everybody, please. The honourable members will behave. The honourable... Your mum is being entirely inappropriate.
Go to bed.
What happened?
I said something very inappropriate and wrong. Now go to bed.
Right. If we can bring it back to order just for a minute, we have got one more round. I remember for Chichester, please return to her seat. Yes, quite right. The honourable member for Banterbury is correct. Right. That's the end of round 4. We've reset the podiums. I haven't looked at the scores because of all of the things that happened. Shapes and Jack are both on 84 and leading the pack. Mark's on 74. Inca's a point behind on 73. Anonymous 66. Kegler's got 65. Colo 62. Lupine 59. Claire 51. Tadaru 43. MP on Dark 42. And Cycle Space 33. This could go any way, especially given I know what's coming up in round number 5. All to play for. DVD Smith is still leading the lobby with 107. Fernando on 78 and AB Me in third on 47. Let's go to the final round. Round 5 is the big finish. A category for the big finish question will be given. For example, art. When prompted, whisper a bid to Persephone's Twitch bot. Bid any amount of points from 10 up to your current score. When the question appears, whisper your answer to the bot. Correct answer will win points equal to your bid. A wrong answer will lose points equal to your bid. Everyone has got at least 10, but if you don't, you won't be able to make a bid if you've got fewer than 10 points, and a default bid of 10 will be given to you. One question in the round, a theoretical maximum of 250 points available, but on tonight's particular occasion, a maximum score of 168 could be reached. It wouldn't be a record, but it would be a high score. Remember, in this game, points equal pennies is one thing to remember. Points equal pennies. You're also playing for gold, silver, and bronze in the lobby game. So, no, you're not. You're playing for gold, silver, and bronze in the hot seat game. There is a medal for the winner of the lobby game as well, plus points equal pennies. Plus, do you want to win? Do you want to go for hubris? Do you want to get your pennies out? Do you want a medal? Do you want a record? All of these things that you need to consider. Final Jeopardy, David. Just think Final Jeopardy. You're given a category, put in your bid, anything from 10 up to your current score. And I'm just leaving this screen here for a minute in case any players are doing some calculation to see what the optimum bid might be. Just imagine Final Jeopardy, though. Anything from 10 up to your current score. Got to be some risk, right? No, I can't say it again in Swedish. So it's interesting you should say that, Topper, for reasons that will become clear in just a minute. I thought we got up to 200. I thought Lewis set a new record recently. Maybe it was 198. I think it's Lewis. Mom, Dad, I'm going all in. Well, possibly, David, you're going to, if you do that and get it right. But I'm going to show you a category. 15 seconds to get your bids in, and the category is a European singing question that isn't about Eurovision. Ooh, okay, curious. Innes not getting a bid in. So we know that Innes is going to be bidding 10. So if Innes gets it right, then he's going to be hoping that Shapes and Jack get it wrong. And Innes may be trying to steal a default victory with a sneaky 10-point bid. Could be very interesting. This question is very gettable. I'm going to reduce the time. Sorry, increase the time. Reduce the time scale to 0.75 to give you a little bit of extra thinking time. Not reduce, sorry, increase. Reduce the time scale, which increases the time you've got to answer. So it's going to go at 3/4 of the normal speed. So it won't, when it says 5 seconds, it'll actually be like 7.5. No, it is quite gettable, but I want to make sure people have a time to parse the question and all the rest of it and get in their best answer. Good luck to you all. The big finish question for tonight is... featuring words such as Aufkleidast, Theidgarth, and Morgen Matur, the hardest karaoke song in the world is a viral video campaign inviting viewers to visit which country? Most players locking in early. I'm going to put back to the regular timescale. And there we go. Everybody in the hot seat did give us an answer. Surely, says Topper. Play ya, you ding-dong, you bastards. I think I've got Afkleidast, Theodgard, and Morgan Matur, I think. I got that okay. Make Ben say things. Let's take a look. The correct answer is... Iceland. Look at this! DVD Smith plus 170 did go all in. That is going to be 214. That is going to be a record, albeit in the lobby, not in the hot seat. I don't know if it counts as canonical, but David, huge congratulations on that double up there. Very, very well played. 214. Yeah, they're all in Icelandic. The words meaning undress, national park, and breakfast, respectively. That's what you get for not putting me in the top 12 game. 107. And not to take away from Fluid Fernando banking at 78 there. It's going to be a very interesting read of that lobby game. But first of all, we've got the small matter It is literally my canon. I do get to decide. Yeah, you're right. I'll decide in a minute. Let's take a look and see how we got on. First of all, Cycle Space started with 33 points. What did you say? Iceland, right answer. What did you stake? Just a 10 up to 43. A good start. MPL Dart started with 42. What did you say? Iceland, also correct. What did you stake? All 42, doubling up to 84. Yeah, the scoring system is different for the lobby. That's a very good point, David. That clunky sound you hear is DVD Smith's balls knocking together as he walks. Pain. Yeah, very much so. Or maybe that's a honk. Tadari, you started with 43. What did you say? Oh, Poland, not the right direction. I'm afraid you're going to lose some points. How many did you stake? 13, dropping that down to 30. Still leaving with 30 pennies, though, so that's not a bad day's out. Bad day out. Claire started with 51. What did you say? You did go for Iceland. How many points did you wager? 51, doubling up to 102. Claire taking the lead at the moment. We move on to Lupine, currently on 59. What did you say? Iceland indeed is the right answer. How many points did you wager? Just the 10, finishing on a very nice 69. Currently in 3rd place. We move on to Colo, who started on 62. What did you say? Oh, we went for Sweden. Yes, I know I mentioned it when I said it to Topper. Funny you should mention Sweden just because I knew the last question was to do with European countries. Fennoscandian countries, more specifically. But unfortunately, it was not Sweden. How many points did you wager? Just the 12, dropping you back down to 50. Still a nice little reward for the day's work. On to Kegler. Started with 65. What did you say? You said Iceland. It's the right answer. How many points did you wager? Just the 10, taking you up to 75. Oh, shout out to Fleur Fernando, who's my only Connect League teammate, so it's been a good evening for us. Looks like it. Certainly looks like it. Moving on to Anonymous, started with 66. What did you say? Iceland is right. How many did you wager? 20, taking you up to 86. And 2nd place at the moment. Claire's still with the lead of 102. Now, Innis, we know didn't get a bid in. He started with 73. He did say Iceland, but he's only going to get 10 points for it, taking him up to 83 and 4th place at the moment. 102, 86, 84, and then Innis on 83. Innis maybe thinking he could have got a bit of a bid in there, but that's the game. Moving on to Mark, who was on 74. Mark, what did you say? You said Iceland. That's the right answer. How many points did you wager? Just the 10, taking you up to 84, tied up with Jack and Shapes, who are no longer in the lead. Or rather, you're all lots of 84s. NPL Dart, Mark, Jack, and Shapes, but Shapes and Mark are still to reveal. Let's go on to Jack, our tied leader. Started with 84. What did you say? You said Iceland. It's the right answer, but how many points did you wager? Just the 10 up to 94. Could Claire take it from 9th place? Could she jump to the lead? She's already got at least 2nd. It all comes down to Shapes. He started with lots of cautious bids. Yeah, I think people once bitten, twice shy. A 3rd row victory. Could it happen? Shapes, it all comes down to you. You started with 84. What did you say? You said Iceland. You've got the right answer. How many points did you wager? $65, and the winner is Shapes. He started the round in pole position and he managed to cling on to it. 65, a very tactical bid there, taking him into the lead 149. And so at the end of a marvellous game of Google That, the bronze medal goes to Jack Wilfred, the silver medal goes to Claire, but our Google That champion for tonight with 149 is We Like Shapes. What a game. Lovely to see such high scores and so many players getting the last question right. Can I give a huge thanks to Oni91_573, our question writer for this evening. Claire, most improved. It's like being back in school. Oni, what a delightful pack. Truly very friendly across the board. Lots of good fun trivia going on in that. And Really lovely way to end the evening. To our 3 winners, Jack on 94, Claire in second on 102, and Shapes with the victory on 149. And we can't leave the moment without saying DVD Smith, my God in heaven, 214? What? That's madness. It is a different scoring system, so it won't become the canonical high score, but you can have the canonical lobby score, and of course you get the lobby medal to go with it as well. So enormous well done to you there. Of course, for everyone else, if you have got a positive score more than 0, then your points will be converted into pennies and added to the chart, which of course will all go into the penny prize draw come the end of the season. But lots of lovely scores going on there, so very well done, everybody, and thank you all for playing. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, there's a honk. Can honkical score. There's a honk for you, David. So that, I'm afraid, is going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to go and play pool with Mrs. Flush. Probably get a Southern Comfort and lemonade on the go because we're out of Prosecco. But before we go, there is just time for a quick message about what's going on this week. Bash is here on Wednesday. I think he's only here Wednesday. I think he's gigging Friday. On Wednesday this week, Bash is going to be doing the Breakaways with Secret Fortune. 22nd of June. That's tomorrow evening. Secret Fortune with Bash. Twitch.tv/80_Bash. So do go and check him out. Packs from Pot Ramen Comedy and Charlemagne. It should always be good. 21 hours according to his stream schedule. Yes, the Toaster Rack of Riches. Do go give him a follow if you're not doing so already. No stream from Ash this Friday. I believe he's out gigging. Our friend Topper, after his week off last week, he is going to be back this coming Sunday with Elimination and Rebound. So do go give Topper a follow. Can't guarantee donuts will be included, but give him a follow all the same, and I'm sure he'd be grateful to see you. As for me, over on this channel, we've got quite a chill week. We've got Set Game and Spotlight coming up on Thursday at 8 p.m. There will also be Face Off, the last of the day 4 Face Off heats. That's going to be kicking that stream off. So we'll start with Set Game, then Face Off, and then some scheduled Spotlight there afterwards. That's going to be Thursday at 8 o'clock. From 8 p.m. BST, and I'm also going to be back on Saturday. It's not Plinko actually. It was going to be Plinko, but it's not. Plinko's actually later. It's supposed to be the After Trap Blitz, so it will be something. Don't know what we're warming up with, but it'll be something. We've then got The Abyss, which I thought was by Shapes, but apparently it's been curated by Shapes, and there's a number of different writers, so we look forward to that. There might be some face-off. Haven't done the schedules for day 5 yet, so there might be some face-off coming up. And then we've got Money Box by Samster, your chance to win some life-changing amounts of pennies. Money Box from Samster. Both of those packs I'm still waiting for, Abyss and Money Box, so if you get them to me ASAP, that would be amazing. And Fred says, is Fred the doggy? I can't remember. Shapes will tell us if Fred's the doggy. I thought Fred was the doggy. But Fred is your friend. Fred is your friend who's been on the stream before. You have got a doggy, but that might not be doggy called. What's a doggy called? You definitely already started it. Good stuff, Samster.
Say doggy one more time.
I'll say doggy again. Doggy. I've got to show me the dog up there at some point. Anyway, that is what is coming up at the moment. And if you're only here on Tuesday, next Tuesday, we've got Wordle, The Escape Artist from Brian, possibly Face Off, and The Hive is back by Bitter Otter. Lots of stuff to look for. Yeah, Freddy's your friend who turned about and nowhere won the mega stream. That was right. The 124 in refers to. There we go. Pass on my regards to Fred as well. That is all we've got time for. It's been a tremendous stream. I've had so much fun tonight. Such wonderful question packs. Thank you to Apodo earlier on for the pyramid. To Shapes for the Only Connect pack. Honestly, unbelievably strong game of Face Off tonight. That was some match, and very, very well done. Again to Anonyman on taking the victory there, and congratulations to Shapes on winning Google that in a delightful pack from Oni. That is going to be it from me for this evening. We are going to go and raid. Is Bricks still going? He is still going. We're going to go raid Bricks if only so that we can use that raid message. He is still live. What was it? Octahedral feces? Octahedral feces? I'm going to go octahedral feces. Feces on an octahedron, that'll do. Feces on an octahedron. Feces on an octahedron. I'm going to go raid Ruffled Bricks. He's a Worms speedrunner. He's Salt of the Earth, one of the nicest people I've met on Twitch. So do go give him a sound. We'll say feces on an octahedron, if only to do that because that will be Pog AF. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me this evening. I've had a wonderful time. Thanks to all our trivia writers, all our players. If you've enjoyed us, I'll be back Thursday. Should be another Only Connect pack out tomorrow. PersephoneShare.com/Only Connect if you're playing the daily Only Connect packs. Should be another one tomorrow morning, maybe lunchtime, if I'm a bit slow. Until next time, you have been watching Game Night. I will see you on Thursday for more of the same, if not more of the same. Look after yourself. Put on some sunblock if you're going outside. It's going to be warm this weekend. Until next time, take care. Peace out and good night.